From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny, Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, hi, Pat. What's on your mind?
At the moment, you.
Huh?
Johnny, you've been working too hard.
Oh, this I've been convinced of for years, Pat, but I've never been able to convince anybody else, especially you.
Okay, I'm convinced. What you need is a nice vacation, all expenses paid.
Whoa.
Now, Southern California's very nice this time of
I
year.
just came back from there.
The beaches, the swimming, sun, golf,
Look,
nightlife.
Pat, thanks a lot, but no thanks.
Well, now, Johnny.
The last time you invited me to take one of your vacations, I got hit over the head, almost run down by a truck, and kicked around by a guy 7 feet tall.
Yeah, but this one's different, Johnny. It's a real simple job.
Oh, they all are, according to you.
All I want you to do is pick up something out on the coast and bring it back here. That's all.
Yeah, what?
$100,000.
Oh. I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Johnson payroll matter. Expense account item 1, $1.25 cab fare from my apartment to the office of Universal Adjustment Bureau and Pat McCracken.
Well, $100,000 made you prick up your ears, Johnny. Sit down.
Okay, Pat. What's the deal?
You hear about the Johnson payroll robbery last week down in New York?
I read about it, but there weren't too many details.
They got $100,000, and the payroll was insured by one of the companies we represent.
How many in on the robbery, do you know?
Oh, we're not sure. There were several. One of them was fatally wounded.
Was he able to talk before he died?
Yeah, just enough to tell us the plan was to split up after the robbery, meet in another city to divvy up the loot.
Uh-huh. And you think it's out in California now?
We also think one of the crooks may be trying to double-cross the others.
Hiding out from them, maybe?
That's the general idea. We got a call from Los Angeles this morning. Fellow wouldn't give his name, but he claimed he could give us a lead on the one who has the dough. For a price, of course.
Oh.
So you're to meet him in L.A. and find out what he knows, if anything.
What do you figure his angle is, Pat?
Oh, maybe several, Johnny, but I don't care. What I do care about is getting the money back.
All right. How do I contact this man in Los Angeles?
You don't, he'll contact you at your hotel, the Nestor.
The Nestor. Okay, Pat. I'm on my way.
Oh, just one thing, Johnny.
Yeah?
Maybe it's occurred to you, maybe it hasn't. There will be others looking for that money, too.
The other guys involved in the robbery?
Yeah. Of course, if you can get there first.
I'll try. Oh, and don't bother telling me to be sure to get back here in one piece. That I'll really try to do. Expense account item 2, $187 even, air transportation and incidentals to Los Angeles. I've been told to stay at the Hotel Nestor, so I took a cab. That's item 3, $5.50 from the airport. It was just getting dark as my cab pulled up in front of the place. Before I could get out, somebody got in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know this cab was occupied.
Well, that's okay. Welcome aboard.
Here, I'll get out. Oh!
It's okay. I've got you.
Sorry, I lost my balance. Must have got my heel.
You may be sorry, but I'm not. I can't think of a better way to arrive in a strange city than with a beautiful girl in your arms.
If you'll let go of me.
Oh, yeah, well, if you insist.
Thanks. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait a minute. You can have this cab as soon as I get my stuff out.
Oh, that's all right. I'm in a hurry. I'll get another one. Goodbye.
Oh, wait a second. I mean, after all... Oh, well. Yeah, that's the story of my life. The best ones always seem to get away. I went into the hotel lobby to register, but found a message waiting for me from the informant who'd phoned to Pat. I was to drive to the little town of Corrado Beach down the coast and meet a man there first thing in the morning. There was a map showing me the way to a small pier where the meeting was to take place. Looked like Los Angeles had suddenly got too hot for him. Expense account item 4, $50 to rent a car. I left word where I'd be, drove to Corrado Beach, and checked in at a motel. Then early next morning, I went out to the little pier. It was a ramshackle affair with a couple of beat-up boats tied to it and an old character fumbling with the door of a little bait shack. I went over to him. Hi.
Morning.
Having trouble?
Yeah, some kid's been monkeying with this lock. You want some bait?
No. This is one trip I didn't come to fish. How is it, by the way?
Fishing?
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, just my luck. No, I'm supposed to meet somebody here.
Oh, it must be that fellow out there. He was already there when I got here.
Oh, where?
Oh, do you see that boat, bottom side up on the pier near the end?
You mean the man sitting beside it?
Yeah. Got himself a fishing rod, looks like. Could be he wants some bait. I'll walk out with you and see if you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. So the fishing's been good, huh? What have they been catching?
Oh, quite a few bass last couple of days.
Off the pier?
Yeah. There's some kelp beds in close, brings them in around here. Funny. Your friend there, you don't seem... Hey. Asleep, I guess.
Hey, watch out, he's slipping. Grab him. I got him. But,
Hey, mister. Mister, he isn't sleeping.
that's right. He's dead.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Georgia's state flag displays the state seal on a strip of blue. The seal symbolizes the fact that constitutional government rests equally on the three major branches of government: legislative, executive, and judicial, and that all three must be guarded equally if a sound government is to be maintained. The greater portion of Georgia's flag is crimson. On it is superimposed the blue cross of St. Andrew, bearing 13 white stars for the original 13 colonies. This cross, made in the form of saltire or X, was adopted from the national flag of Scotland. Georgia's state flag, the flag of the fourth state to enter the Union, was adopted in 1956.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Johnson payroll matter.
I'd flown 3,000 miles to meet a man, only to find him dead at the end of a rickety little pier at Corrado Beach, a knife between his ribs. I searched him while the old fellow at the bait shack went to call the police, but I didn't find a thing on him to help me. No identification even. Later, talking to the police, well, they didn't have any line on him either. My only lead on the payroll robbery was dead. I waited around the motel most of the day, hoping the police could turn up something on the dead man, but it was no soap. Item 5, $2 for drinks in the town's only bar while I tried to figure out my next move. And my next move was to the phone booth in the corner to call Pat McCracken back in Hartford. Collect.
Oh, tough luck, Johnny. But are you sure the dead man is our informant?
There was no identification on him, but he was right where he told me he'd be in the message he left for me in L.A.
Probably not much doubt about it then. Oh, incidentally, I sent some mug shots out to you. Some men who
Yeah.
might have been involved in the Johnson payroll job. Sent them airmail special.
Yeah, I got him about an hour ago.
We're not sure if any of them are the ones or not, and we don't have any line at all on the leader of the gang. Well, what's your next move, Johnny?
Search me. Right now, I'm right in the middle of nowhere. I guess I... Hey, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Maybe I'm not out of leads after all.
What do you mean?
Pat, I'll call you later. What pulled me off that phone in a hurry was a glimpse of somebody over near one end of the bar. I slid out of the booth and went over. Well, hi.
What?
Imagine meeting you here.
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the girl who got into my cab in Los Angeles.
I'm afraid you're confusing me with somebody else. I'm sorry. I have to go.
No, just a minute. I'm beginning to think it wasn't just coincidence you got into my cab. Maybe we'd better have a little talk.
Please, let go of my arm. You've made a mistake, and there's nothing to talk about.
Is he annoying you, lady?
Now, look, bartender, I'm just trying to
Yes,
find...
he is annoying me.
Take your hands off her, buddy.
Now, look, Joe.
I mean it, and my name ain't Joe. I got you outweighed by about 40 pounds, buddy.
You don't understand.
Just let go of her and we'll talk it over.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, just what is it I don't understand, buddy?
Skip it, buddy. So she got away from me. I grabbed my top coat off a hook and stepped outside the bar. It was damp and foggy out there. I put on the coat and started looking around for her, but it was too late. She was just plain gone. Then, walking along with my hands in my coat pockets, I realized there was something in one. A key to a motel room, but not mine. Funny. Then I remembered I'd had the coat beside me in the taxi when the girl climbed in back in Los Angeles. Yeah, she could have slipped it in the coat pocket then. But why? Now, that's what I wanted to find out. I looked up the motel. It was about a mile down the highway from mine, room 7. Yeah, the key fit all right. Then as I opened the door, I realized I had company right behind me.
Freeze, Dollar.
Huh? Who are you?
Never mind. Inside. Move.
Okay.
Get that blind down. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Your face looks familiar. Yeah, those mug shots McCracken sent me. You must be Slattery.
Right boy.
One of the guys they suspect of pulling the Johnson payroll job.
Too bright for your own good, Dollar.
You must be the one who killed the man out on the pier. The man who was going to tell me where the payroll door is.
That's a nice stall, Dollar, but it won't work.
What do you mean, Slattery?
Blake killed him, and you know it.
Yeah? Who is Blake?
You want to play it coy, huh, Dollar? Okay, we'll do it your way. Blake's got the payroll door, and you're working with him.
Just how do you figure that?
Blake's girlfriend climbed in your taxi in Los Angeles. I figure she slipped you the key to this room.
Hey, look, you got a few things all twisted.
Shut up and stand still. This gun has a habit of going off sometimes.
No kidding.
So where's the dough?
Take it or leave it, Slattery. I don't know.
Well, it better be in this room.
Yeah? And if it isn't?
You guess.
I don't think I need more than one. If it isn't here, I'm not leaving. That the idea?
Oh, you leave, all right. It's just that you won't be walking out of here.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Over 150 years ago, the Swiss poet Henri Amiel wrote, "Heroism is the brilliant triumph of the soul over fear. Heroism is the dazzling and glorious concentration of courage." During the Korean campaign, Corporal Ronald Rosser was attached to the heavy mortar company of the 38th Infantry, 2nd Division, United States Army. Rosser, a veteran of World War II, rejoined the Army and shipped to Korea when he heard that his brother had fallen in the winter assault of the Chinese Communists. One day, Rosser's company moved into enemy territory. At the time, the corporal was a forward observer and carried a radio. Suddenly, in the midst of an enemy attack, Rosser handed his radio to a buddy, slipped the safety off his carbine, and filled his shirt with hand grenades. He charged at the enemy through fierce mortar and artillery fire, shooting from the hip. Straddling a bunker, he riddled its occupants. Still advancing, he accounted for 2 more of the enemy, shooting one through the head and clubbing another to death. Continuing his one-man charge, he jumped into a trench full of enemy soldiers, opened fire, and forced his way relentlessly down the length of the trench, killing right and left with grenades and carbine fire. Out of ammunition, he returned to his company, where he replenished his supply. Then he charged the enemy again and again. Finally, he returned to his own area, and taking the radio back from his friend, he moved out with his company. Corporal Ronald Rosser was awarded the Medal of Honor for his action. Action which had shown the enemy that his personal code of conduct wouldn't let them push around either his kid brother or his country.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Johnson payroll matter.
Now, look, Slattery, you've torn this motel room completely apart. Obviously, that payroll money isn't here.
That's right, Dollar. So now you're going to tell me where it is.
Oh, brother, you take a lot of convincing. I told you I don't know. So why don't you put that gun away and listen?
You're the one takes the convincing, Dollar, so I start convincing.
That's not going to do you any good.
No? Well, for sure it's not going to do you any good, so...
Now, wait a minute. Look, I'll give you the whole story.
And I'm supposed to believe it, huh?
Staring down that gun barrel, I'm not about to lie.
Let's have it.
All right. A guy called us from Los Angeles, said he could give us a lead on who had the dough from the Johnson payroll job.
It was Hollis. He was hoping you'd lead him to it.
Hollis?
Yeah, the guy you found out in the pier dead.
And you said a man named Blake killed him.
You know Blake killed him. You know Blake engineered the holdup and then ran out on Hollis and me.
Do I?
Sure, because you're in with him. I seen his girl get in your cab in Los Angeles.
Okay, so she got in my cab, but I didn't know her. I'd never seen her before.
She slipped you the key to this motel room, didn't she?
Yeah, now I think I know why. She was trying to sidetrack us. Lead us to think the dough was here so it would take the pressure off Blake and her.
That part of your story I don't buy, Dollar. I think you know where that dough is, and I want it.
Now, look.
Talk!
If you think I'm going to take any more of this.
This gun says that's exactly what you're going to do until you decide to talk.
I roll with this next one, and let my eyes droop and my knees sag. He reached out to steady me, and I gave him a left hook in the stomach that flattened him. By the time he got to his feet, I was out the door. I dove behind some bushes down the road, and I waited. He pounded right on past me, gun in hand. I waited until he was out of sight, then doubled back to my car. Apparently, Slattery didn't know Blake's girl was around here somewhere. One thing was sure. I had to find her, but fast. There were only 3 motels in town. The one I was staying at, the one where Slattery had been playing patty cake on my jaw, and a third off the highway near the beach. I drove to that one and checked the register. It showed a Myrna Grant in number 8.
Oh,
Hello, Myrna.
no, please get out.
Oh, no, sorry. But we're going to have that talk right now.
I tell you, you've made a mistake about me.
Oh, come on. Drop the act, Myrna. I know you're Blake's girlfriend, that you slipped that motel key in my coat pocket in L.A. to get me off the trail of the Johnson payroll money.
The what?
I also know that Blake masterminded the robbery and double-crossed his buddy, held out on him.
Oh, I guess I knew it must be something like that.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Dollar, I haven't known Fred Blake very long. A month, maybe. I didn't know what he did for a living, and I didn't ask him. 2 days ago, he said he was in trouble and needed my help. He wanted me to slip that key into your coat pocket in the taxi in Los Angeles.
To take Slattery off his trail.
Then he told me to meet him here at the beach. When I saw you in the bar a while ago, I got panicky. I didn't know what to do. But that's all I know about it. Mr. Dollar, I didn't know Blake was a criminal. Honestly, I didn't.
Yeah? Then will you help me find him?
Yes. I will, Mr. Dollar. If I can. The trouble is, right now, I don't know where he is any more than you do.
What'll it be, folks? Hey, wait a minute, buddy. Ain't you the one that was molesting this young lady an hour ago?
Oh, Tarzan, buddy, my molesting days are over.
Oh, it's all right, bartender. I'm sorry I caused you the trouble.
No trouble, ma'am. Just glad it turned out all right. Things happen fast here at the beach, I guess.
I don't suppose you've ever heard of a guy named Fred Blake, have you?
Well, not that I remember. You looking for him?
Yeah.
What's he look like?
Medium height, dark hair and brown eyes.
Yeah.
Regular features.
That description would fit half the guys that come in here.
Sure. Fisherman, salesman, vacation.
Only that kind don't come in here anymore.
Salesman?
No, fishermen.
I thought the fishing was good here.
Been no fishing around here for months.
Huh? A fella told me they were getting a lot of bass right off the pier.
He was pulling your leg, buddy. There's a chemical plant nearby. A lot of stuff got dumped into the water by accident a few months ago. The fish haven't been back since.
Wait a minute. Sure, right under my nose all the time.
What do you mean, Johnny?
Martin, I'll see you later. I got in my car and headed for the pier. As I turned off the highway, I could see a car a couple of 100 yards back following me with its lights off. But I couldn't stop now. I parked near the pier and headed for the bait shack. The windows were still boarded over, but I could see a crack of light between the boards. I eased over to the shack. Oh, no. I flattened against the wall as the door came open and Blake came out with a gun. I hacked it out of his hand. What? All right, hold it, Blake. Well, the fisherman's friend, huh?
Look,
You killed that guy on the end of the pier just before I showed up this morning. You didn't have time to leave, so you covered by making like you worked here. Then it occurred to you this was a pretty good hideout until Slattery got off your trail.
Look, maybe we can make a deal, Dollar.
Oh, we're going to. You turn the stolen money over to me, and I turn you over to the police.
Drop your gun, Dollar.
Huh?
Drop it.
Okay, Slattery.
Hello, Blake. Glad to see me.
Look, Slattery, I wasn't trying to cross you. I was going to get in touch with you when things quieted down.
Sure you were. Let's have the dough.
All right, it's in the shack.
Blake half turned, and I saw his hand slide into his coat, a second gun. He whipped it out, but Slattery had seen it too. He got Blake, but his eyes were off me for a lucky second. I checked Blake. He was still alive. Yeah, they'd both keep. For a long time. Item 6, $174 even, air transportation and incidentals back home. Expense account total, $526.50. Remarks? The payroll money is back where it belongs, and Slattery and Blake are back where they belong, with Blake facing a murder rap to boot. Funny, I probably wouldn't have nailed him if he hadn't told me that phony story about the fish biting near the pier. Teaches me a lesson, Pat. I'm not going to tell any more fish stories. They can kill you. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Ohio's state flag is the only pennant-shaped flag, or burgee, as it is correctly called. The Buckeye banner is the creation of an engineer who created a blue triangle for the hills and valleys, red and white stripes for the roads and waterways of the state. There are 13 stars for the original 13 colonies, and 4 extra stars to indicate that Ohio was the 17th state admitted to the Union. A white circle with a red center represents the initial letter of Ohio and suggests its nickname, the Buckeye State. Ohio's state flag, the flag of the 17th state to enter the Union, was adopted on May 9th, 1902.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a pair of common, ordinary glasses solve a case for us. The gruesome spectacle matter. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Today's story was written by Robert Stanley. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Lawrence Dobkin, Forrest Lewis, Shepard Menken, and Frank Gerstle. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Roy Rowan speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service. Johnny Dollar.
This is Harrison Hadley in Buffalo, New York.
Hadley.
That's right. I'm the local agent for Masters Insurance and Trust.
Oh, of course, Mr. Hadley.
It's been some time since I've had to call on you.
Well, what seems to be your problem, sir?
Fire.
Fire.
Well, actually fires, Mr. Dollar. 2 of them.
Go on.
One of them occurred yesterday. The other started only a few hours ago. As a matter of fact, the fire department is still fighting it.
And you suspect arson?
I sure do. So, Dollar, if you can come out here right away.
I certainly can.
Good. Now, I'll arrange for a room in your name at the Statler. And if you'll contact me when your plane gets in...
Mr. Hadley.
Yes?
How much insurance have you written on those fires?
Well, on this warehouse burning now, it's something over $200,000.
Okay.
So for both of them, it means about $400,000.
Fine, then you can afford it.
Oh, sure, but afford what?
My expense account.
Oh, well, of course we can.
I mean, for two.
Expense account for two? I'm afraid I don't understand.
You will when I see you. Bye.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Reddick in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Masters Insurance and Trust Company, Buffalo office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Wayward Fireman matter. A lot of people have the mistaken idea that a lot of the crimes that are solved by a lot of clever, mysterious Sherlock Holmes type of deduction, or by the equally mysterious and super scientific razzmatazz that goes on within the confines of some of our fabulous modern crime laboratories. All right, some of them are. But most of the crimes I deal with are solved by nothing more than a lot of work and a lot of sweat. And above all, information. Now, that means stoolies, informers, other criminals. Well, listen, and you'll see what I mean. Expense account item 1, $14.25 for telephone calls. To locate and contact my old friend Smokey Sullivan, who's now playing it straight after a long career in the underworld, who is best known by the police throughout this country for his work as, yeah, you guessed it, for his work as an arsonist.
Yeah, Johnny. I'm living here in Syracuse now.
Oh, well, that's fine, Smokey, because you're close to the
only
place.
reason you caught me here in my rooming house, though, is I got a couple of days off for my new job.
Well, I'm glad I caught you, Smokey.
You know what my new job is now, Johnny?
The important thing is you're only a stone's throw from Buffalo.
I'm working for the city.
And if you have a couple of days
Only
off...
you're going to fall right down on your face when I tell you what kind of a job.
Well, what I'd like you to do, Oh, what did you say?
Johnny, I'm, what do you call it, a special consultant for the arson squad.
You're what?
Yeah, Johnny, for the arson squad.
Well, that is a switch, but a good one. I'm glad you're staying on our side of the law.
Yeah. And you know something, Johnny?
No, what?
With me here in Syracuse, every single firebug must have left town.
And you know something, Smokey?
No, what?
With you on the job against them, I don't blame them. But now you say you have a couple of days off.
Yeah.
Well, then take a plane or a train or whatever you can get over to Buffalo.
Buffalo?
That's right. There'll be a room in my name at the Statler Hotel for the two of us. Go there and wait for me, and I'll be along as soon as I can.
The big Morley warehouse fire that just come in over the wires, huh?
Yeah, among other things.
Uh-huh.
So will you meet me there at the Statler?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Item 2, $31 even for a cab to Bradley Field, a plane to New York, and a plane to Buffalo. It was late in the afternoon by the time we circled the big, bustling city, with its huge steel plants and blast furnaces, its flour mills and chemical plants, grain elevators, railroad yards, and rubber factories, and its busy harbor at the northeastern end of Lake Erie. As soon as we sat down at the Greater Buffalo International Airport, I picked up my luggage and started to look for a taxi.
Dollar. Dollar, over here.
Are you on, Mr. Hadley?
Yes, Harrison Hadley. Don't tell me it's been that long since you've been here. Or is it this slight paunch I've developed and a few prematurely gray hairs? How are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Hadley.
And for heaven's sakes, call me Harrison, or better still, Harry.
Right.
Well, now, come on. I got my car idling away in a no-parking zone.
Unless I'm mistaken, that policeman doesn't like it.
You're right, but here we are. All right, slide in. Throw your bag in the back.
Right you are. Come on.
That's all right, officer. Pulling out right now.
Well, you better, mister, if you don't want a ticket.
Okay, now, Harry, what about these fires?
Well, Johnny, first concerning the loss at a small department store yesterday.
police are absolutely sure it was arson. And the owner of the store has been having a hard time paying his bills lately.
So 1 and 1 makes 2.
It makes nearly $200,000 we'll have to pay off unless the police can prove he had the fire set. Or we can catch the firebug and get it out of him.
Now tell me about the other.
A warehouse for scrap rubber. And again, the owner, a man by the name of Morley, has been having financial troubles.
So 2 and 2 makes 4. 100,000.
Right. And in the case of the warehouse, the police are sure the same incendiary method was used.
Well, now, don't they keep a list of torch men and their methods?
Of course. But, Johnny, these 2 fires have them stopped. Now, apparently it's some method they've never known to be used before.
Well, I bet I know somebody who'll recognize it.
Oh, really? Who?
This friend of mine I mentioned over the phone. The one I've invited along to give me a hand.
Well, who is he?
Well, just get me into the Statler and I'll introduce you.
And you say this ex-crook is now working with the police?
That's right. If I know Smokey, there'll be no arson there in Syracuse as long as he's around.
Well, then they're probably wishing he hadn't come on over here to Buffalo to give you a hand for a couple of... here we are.
Now, let's just hope he's already here so that we can... Smokey?
I guess not.
Hmm?
What was that?
Somebody banged down a window somewhere in the back of this... Wait a minute. Smokey? Smokey, are you up? Oh, no.
What is it, Johnny? What's wrong?
Smokey. Now, Smokey, listen to me.
Looks to me like we got here too late.
Smokey? Can you hear me, Smokey?
It looks to me like he's dead.
An operation to correct microstenosis is an everyday experience in this day and age. Even more advanced surgery of the heart involving heart-lung machines and other modern equipment is no longer rare and highly successful in saving lives. Humanity owes a great deal for living at a time when many conditions involving the heart can be corrected through diet, through day-to-day care, through drugs, and, where necessary, through surgery. But we are a long way from conquering many of the causes of heart and artery sickness. Impressive as are the victories already won, the battles ahead for science and medicine are imposing. They can be won with massive support. This support can be given most effectively to your local heart association, this month seeking funds to continue the job. Help your heart fund. Help your heart. Be generous. The work is vital, and the diseases won't cure themselves.
Expense account item 3, $10.50 and $1 tip for a bottle of brandy provided by room service. With that and a couple of wet towels, I managed to bring Smokey Sullivan back to consciousness. Barely, because he was in pretty bad shape. And whoever had given him this beating was certain to think he'd left him dead.
Whoever did it, Johnny, must have got out by that window we heard slam as we came in here.
No doubt of it, Harry.
And then he must have crawled along the ledge out there to another room or fire escape or something.
Yeah. Now, Smokey.
Yeah, Johnny.
As soon as the doctor gets here, we'll know if you have any broken...
No. Look, no doctor, Johnny.
Hmm?
You think a little thing like that, a couple of slaps on the head.
Think? I know it. I can see it. You're badly hurt.
No, look, I'm going to be all right, Johnny.
Oh, we'll see
and listen,
after the doc gets through with you.
Listen, Johnny.
Yeah?
It was Bottles.
Bottles?
Yeah, Bottles Burton.
Bottles Burton did this to you?
Yeah.
Bottles Burton? That's a man's name?
Yeah, because of his chemicals. His trick.
Yeah?
Trick with the bottles of chemicals to set a fire.
Oh, I see.
Look, give me a little more sip of that, huh?
Yeah, sure. Here. Here you are.
Yeah. Thanks. He's a bad one, Johnny.
And he must be crazy to have plowed into you like this.
He's a pyromaniac.
Pyromaniac?
Yeah, it has been ever since a kid. They sent him up to the state hospital for it.
I see. Now you just take it easy.
Only way they could keep him from starting fires there, they let him shovel coal in the big furnace in the powerhouse.
And that gave him all the fire he wanted, huh?
Yeah, but then they thought
they had him cured, so they let him go. And ever since...
And ever since, he's been a torch man for hire.
Oh, no, Johnny.
What do you mean, no?
Well, of course he has.
No. Because like I say, he's like a maniac. I mean, he would never set a fire for money, only for himself.
You're sure of that?
Yeah.
Well, then, Harry, maybe your plant owners didn't hire him after all.
No, not him.
Well, nevertheless, Johnny, you've got to stop him now that you know who he is. Not only because it means a public service on the part of our company, but, well...
Because if he isn't stopped, your company may have to pay off some more of these big claims.
Exactly.
And listen...
Now, listen, are you sure that it isn't too much for you, Smokey, until the doc gets here?
Yeah, Johnny, I'm sure. Because, listen...
Yeah?
Part of this maniac...
Yeah?
Always 3 fires in a row. 3 days in a row.
Oh?
That means he'll start another one tonight. So if you don't stop him, Johnny...
Before he could get to you, Johnny.
Well, as long as he doesn't know I'm in town, let's not worry about that.
Well...
But he must know.
What?
Yeah.
Well, why do you think that?
He was so surprised when he saw me open this door. Me thinking it was you that knocked. So he must have thought it was you here in this room. A room is in your name.
Well, how could he possibly... Harry, did you tell anyone I was coming here?
Well, knowing you'd want to work with them, as you always do, I did phone the police.
And if there was a radio newsman, a reporter standing around, and there probably was... Oh, great. And now to make matters worse, Burton must know that Smokey's here to work with me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny.
Only now he thinks I'm dead.
Hmm? Yeah, that's true. Or if he doesn't, maybe we can... Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What is it, Johnny? You have some idea for...
Only if he does for sure know that you're here, Johnny, he... Are you listening, Johnny?
Hmm? Oh, yes, sure. Go ahead.
Well, I don't think he'd start that 3rd fire tonight, knowing you might tag him. I think he'd lay low.
Well, that's fine. If nothing else, then, Johnny, that'll give you time.
Maybe. Now, Smokey, tell me everything you can about him, about this Bottles Burton. His habits, the kind of friends he picks up, what sort of place he might find to live, anything.
Oh, well, he'd always get a job, Johnny.
What kind?
Like maybe a fireman.
Fireman?
Like in some powerhouse or maybe around some blast furnace or some place where there's fire.
Oh, I see.
Smokey, you've just given me a wild idea.
Yeah?
If I can get a mug shot of him, and there must be one around somewhere...
Yeah?
What is this idea, Johnny?
It's worth a try. Now, Harry.
Yes?
Make whatever deal you have to with this hotel to have him play along with me. Then get it out to the radio and the press that Smokey here is dead as a result of this beating, that his body has been taken to the morgue.
Oh?
Only, of course, he'll stay right here.
Well, I'm afraid I don't
quite... Now, you let that news out right away, okay?
Whatever you say, Johnny. But why?
Just wait and see.
The commander. Welcome aboard.
Try new king-size Philip Morris Commanders. New because the tobacco in them is vacuum cleaned. And the cleaner the tobacco, the better it tastes. Yes, the cleaner the tobacco, the better it tastes. Philip Morris Commanders are made by a new kind of machine, the Mark 8, that takes rich, full-flavored tobacco and first gently vacuum cleans it, then rolls the cigarette fully, evenly, cuts the ends clean and firm. The result is new Philip Morris Commanders with the cleanest tobacco ever rolled in a cigarette. Try a pack. You'll get a full, round, king size of solid smoking pleasure because the cleaner the tobacco, the better it tastes. Noticeably better.
The commander. Welcome aboard.
Expense account item 4, $1 even for a taxi to police headquarters. Yeah, they had a mug shot of Burton. They simply hadn't been able to connect his method with those fires. They gave me a copy, and of course they swore they'd do everything they could to flush him out if he was still around. And then I played my hunch. And item 5 is $18.70 in taxi fares, checking around a flock of fire department stations until, finally...
Sure, Mr. Dollar. Only his name isn't Burton. He called himself Charlie Smith.
Smith, huh?
Yes, sir. This is his picture, all right. He's one of my boys, all right.
Good. Now, just where can I...
Or rather, he was.
What do you mean by that, Chief?
He just didn't report for work, and we haven't seen him here at the firehouse since.
Since when?
Oh, a couple of days ago. I checked his rooming house where he lives off duty, and he's left there, too.
And you have no idea where I might find him? Might start to look for him?
No, I'm afraid not, sir. It's funny, too.
What do you mean, funny?
He was a good man. It always seemed like almost like he enjoyed his work around the fire.
That's the understatement of the week. I walked on back to the hotel, and there, over his stormy protest, moved Smokey into the room next to mine, but left the connecting door ajar. After all, I didn't want him in any further danger.
But as soon as I feel good again, Johnny, you gotta let me help you find him. Only if he set that wacky mind of his to start another fire tonight...
You just stay quiet and rest that broken head of yours. If I find you trying to climb out of bed, I'll clout you one myself.
Okay, Johnny.
I'll be right here in the next room, so if you want anything, you holler, okay?
Johnny.
Yeah?
Look, Burton may go nuts waiting for you to leave town. I mean, so he can set that third fire. And being a killer, too...
Now, wait. Maybe you've given me the answer.
Yeah?
Yeah, Smokey. Yeah. I tore on over to radio station WBEN over on Elmwood Avenue. Bill Peters, the program manager, was still around. Better still, he was willing to cooperate with me 100%.
Darn it, Johnny, I'm sorry. If I'd known you wanted to keep it a secret, I'd have kept the word of your coming here off our newscast.
Well, it's too late now, Bill.
But not even the papers, not even the evening news had it, so I let it go on.
And what that means is that he keeps a check on things through your news program.
This Burton, the firebug?
Yes. And that's good. Because if you'll let me write a piece of copy for your next couple of newscasts... Yeah, here. Here now.
It'll air in about 20 minutes. The newscaster will be Jack Ogilvy.
Good. Now just have him read this as is. I got back to the Statler just in time to hear Jack Ogilvy's news on the little radio there in my room.
Pretty cold again tomorrow throughout this whole area. Oh, and here's another item in connection with the Morley warehouse fire. Johnny Dollar, the investigator called in by the insurance company, is leaving the case. No doubt because of the death of his colleague, a man with the unlikely name of Smokey Sullivan. Dollar, we are informed, checked out of his hotel just a few minutes ago and is on his way back to Hartford. Could he have been afraid of this pyromaniac killer? Doesn't sound like him. And now let me give you the local weather report again.
Mm-hmm. Now we'll just wait and see what we... Smokey.
Hi, Johnny.
Now look, Bob, you have orders to stay in bed.
That announcer I heard on the radio.
That news item was a plant. Now go on back to bed.
I'm all right.
Oh, fine. Just fine. So now I gotta carry you back to bed. And then, sitting there alone in my room, I wondered. Smokey had said that Burton was clever in his own twisted way. Clever enough to fall for my trick? Well, there was only one thing to do. Wait and see. I didn't have to wait long. Yeah? Yeah, who is it?
Mr. Dollar?
That's right.
Telegram, sir.
Okay, coming. Hello, Burton.
Oh. Oh, you know me, huh?
Who else would have come in here waving a gun?
Keep your hands up, see? Now sit down. Sit up. There in that chair. The other side of that door. And keep faced away from me, you understand? See?
Sure. But didn't you get the word that I'd left town?
Oh, I knew that was a trick.
That's why you came here, huh?
Because I had to make sure, see?
And you mean that you, a smart punk like you were afraid to set another blaze with me around town?
Well, you won't be around, not now, because I'm going to kill you. Because I got to set another fire. I just got to, you understand, you see? So I'm going to kill you, Dollar.
Now look, first.
No, don't move. Keep your hands up. Now, here, let me. Yeah. See? I knew you had a gun. Because I know everything. Like I know I gotta set that third fire. Like I know I gotta kill you. Yeah, Dollar. Now!
Smokey!
I'm sorry I had to bust this chair on him, Johnny.
It's okay, Smokey. You did okay coming through that connecting door. Son of a gun, I told you to stay in bed.
I guess I wasn't as strong as I... You want to help me, Johnny?
You bet I do. Well, it's up to the courts, naturally. And this time I'm betting there'll be no parole for Burton, ever. Not only because of the fires, but the murder attempt on Smokey. And come to think of it, on me. As for the insurance money that'll have to be paid out, well, you can't win them all. Expense account total, including room and board and Smokey's expenses, plus a little gratuity and to cover his doctor's bills, $227 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, another locked room mystery. It's called The Too Tired Matter. Remember that title and join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Reddick, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Heard in our cast were Nat Polen as Smokey Sullivan, Bill Smith as Harrison Hadley, Bernard Grant as Burton, George Petrie as Bill Peters, Robert Dryden as the Chief. Jack Ogilvy of WBEN played himself. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking. Recently on CBS Radio Network's House Party, host Art Linkletter asked a 6-year-old Muppet on the kids' panel what he planned to be when he grows up. A policeman, the youngster replied. Art probed further, and how will you know the ones to arrest? How do bad people look? The short would-be lawman had a fast answer. Crooks have black and white stripes all over them. Regular listeners hear such laughable logic all the time from the kids on House Party, a regular feature on the show. Be listening for Art and his guests weekdays right here.
Johnny Dollar.
Earl Foreman, Johnny, out here in Los Angeles.
Well, hi, Earl. How's the weather out your way?
Are you kidding? It's wonderful. Always is. If I could manage to drag myself away from this desk, from this stream of small claims that are driving me mad.
Now, what kind of claims, Earl?
A lot of money lost through armed robberies and holdups.
Oh?
Looks as though the same man is committing them all.
You mean there's a pattern to them, huh?
Yeah. And I hope you can somehow put a stop to them. So will you come on out here right away?
Now, you said armed robberies.
Yeah.
Anybody been killed?
Not yet.
No?
But only because nobody's tried to fix up to this holdup man. He's apparently a pretty mean customer.
Oh, I see. In other words, maybe I can have the honor of being his first victim. Huh?
That's right.
Hmm?
Now, what I mean is, well, I suppose it could be kind of dangerous for you, so, well, that is...
No. It's all right, Earl. For you, for the sake of dear old tri-state life and casualty, no sacrifice can be too great. even if it means loss of the thing most dear and precious to me, my life.
Now, come off that stuff.
Never mind, Earl. I'll see you in a couple of days.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Reddick in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Tri-State Life and Casualty Insurance Company, Los Angeles office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Wayward Kilocycles matter. Expense account item 1, $170.40, plain fare. It was after 7 p.m. Hartford time when Earl called me, and the next good flight I could make was shortly after dawn the next morning. It got me there about 9 a.m. Pacific time. Item 2 was $6 for a cab to Earl Foreman's office in Westwood.
And these store robberies, Johnny, have all taken place in Lamodra Beach.
Lamodra Beach?
It's one of those new developments that have sprung up like weeds all over this town.
Now, you mean it's part of Los Angeles?
That's right. Just like Westwood here and Brentwood, Hollywood, View Park, Studio City, Sherman Oaks.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, Lamodra Beach is a real nice, snooty resort. Has a main shopping section nearly a half-mile long. Markets, nice little furniture, dress and jewelry stores, car dealers, drugstores, everything.
I see.
And these robberies have all occurred along that main stem.
Now, the robberies, not burglaries.
Robberies. Every one of them, Johnny. And there have been 7 in a row now. Every one of them has occurred in broad daylight in a regular pattern.
Now, wait a minute, Earl.
Yeah?
Haven't the police been able to do anything about them?
Oh, they've tried, all right, but so far they haven't got the first base.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's get to this pattern.
Yeah, well, to begin with, it all looks like the work of one man. The store owners who've been robbed all make him about 5'10", 10.5, around 150 to 55 pounds, dark brown hair, age about 30, and he wears a handkerchief over his face.
Well, let's face it, Earl, that description could fit thousands of men.
Yeah, I know. Anyhow, Johnny, he always pulls the jobs in the mornings when there aren't too many people in the shops and on the streets. And at the precise moment when the owner is all alone. His timing has been almost too good to be true. Almost fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And he simply barged in waving a gun?
That's right, an Army 45. He's made the owner clean out not only the cash register, but the safe, provided it's in a back room that can't be seen from the street. Then he skipped out through the alley that's behind all those stores. And it's all happened so fast. I tell you, Johnny, his timing is just fantastic.
And don't any of the store owners have alarm systems?
Believe me, they've all ordered them. But there hasn't been time to get any of them installed. And these 7 robberies have all happened within the past business week. 2 of them were in one day.
Now, how much money has been taken?
Well, not an awful lot, but enough to hurt. You see, they're all kind of exclusive shops, expensive. Except for the little coffee nook that was knocked over yesterday.
All within a week?
Yeah.
Almost before the police have really had a chance to catch up with him.
That's right. There may have so few police out there.
So maybe he'll knock over a couple more places and then take off for other parts. Or maybe he's through here already.
Well, that's why I think you'd better act fast. I mean, if it was somebody who lives there doing it, he'd take his time and pull a job, then wait for the heat to die down, then plan and pull another.
Now, what's the address of that coffee nook?
421 Harbor Drive.
Lamodra Beach.
Right. You want me to drive you over there?
Would you want to loan me your car instead?
Oh, sure. Here's the keys. Help yourself.
Okay, Earl. I'll check with you later. Item 3, $4.70 for a tank full of gas. And I drove to Lamodra Beach. Believe me, it's an exclusive resort, all right. And not only because of the expensive homes around it, all of them in the $50,000 and up class, but I looked at the prices in some of the shop windows along that main drag. One sign in the window of a tailor shop announced that suit prices start at $275. And most of the buildings are quite colorful. A bar and grill that looks like the bow of a ship. A radio shop with a tower to make it look like a lighthouse, and so on. Then at the coffee nook, and that was the name of it, Mrs. Webster's Coffee Nook.
He certainly did, Mr. Dollar, did you say?
Yes, Mr.
Thanks.
Certainly did. He took over $135 from me. You know, some of that money I'd put aside to pay my bakery bill.
Oh?
You see, until they get a bank out here. Oh, boy, I certainly wish they'd hurry up and get that bank finished before everybody gets robbed.
There isn't a bank around here?
Oh, there will be. There'll be 3 of them. But with all that confusion over building codes, well, all the rest of the stores and places got in, the people started coming before they can finish up a single bank.
Now, Mrs.
I just
Webster,
wish to have to keep so much money around here all the time, and so does everybody else. Or the nearest banks over in the valley or in Santa Monica or Westwood. But after what happened to me with that robber yesterday morning, well, you should have seen him with that horrible-looking pistol the way he waved it at me.
Yes, well,
and
Mrs.
goodness
Webster,
knows, the police are doing everything they possibly... Look. There they go now. There.
Yes, I see.
And if you ask me, Mr. Dollar, if you ask me, that means there's been another robbery. There, you see? They're stopping at that nice radio and television store, just the other side of Sam the Tailor. And do you see that nice Mr. Marks, the owner? You see him talking to the policeman?
Yes. Yes, it looks like you're right, Mrs. Webster. Another of these robberies. I hung around the edge of the crowd in front of the radio and television store until the police could poke around and ask the usual questions. And apparently get the same answers they had from all the previous victims of the holdup man. Instead of checking in with them, I waited until they and the usual bunch of sympathizers left the shop, and then sauntered in.
So I suppose I should be glad they didn't haul away all my stock, too.
They?
I mean, him, that dirty robber. $200 he took from me, all the cash I had.
That's too bad.
It's the same one that's been robbing everybody else around here. Even the police admit it. Only how did he know I was here alone? Answer me that. How did he know that Bertram was out making that installation for Mrs. Govan over on Palm Drive, huh?
I'm sure I don't know.
Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close up this place, that's what, until they catch him. Or until they get a bank in this town. And so are a lot of other people. You mark my word. And if you'll excuse me, mister, I'm going to close up this place right this minute. Well, unless you want to buy a radio set or maybe a TV, mister.
No, thank you.
Yeah, but have you seen this model? Oh, one of the finest TV sets ever made. Absolutely the newest model, 23-inch picture, high fidelity.
Yes, I'm sure.
Hey, and look here. Here, step back away from it, huh? Here, like this. Here, come here. You see this little thing I just took off the hook in front of it? No bigger than a package of cigarettes. Well, maybe king size.
Now, Mr. Mark.
It's positively the latest type remote control.
Well, I'm here to see you about...
So that's the morning dance party you're looking at. It's a good picture, huh?
Yes, that's a good, clear picture, all right.
So maybe you like the music a little bit louder,
Mr.
huh?
Mark.
So you have to walk back to the set and turn it on? No, sir. This little remote control unit right here in my hand. So I push a little button like this.
Now listen, will you?
And you see, up comes the music. And I didn't even have to touch the set. That's wonderful, huh?
Can you bring that music down a bit?
Well, of course, like this. There.
Yeah, that's better. Now, Mr. Mark.
Also, you can change the station.
While at the same time, President-elect Kennedy
visits his
with
son,
a news
John
broadcast.
Yeah.
You want to hear the news? All you have to do is push this button.
No, please, Mr. Mark.
Just watch.
Immediately after the first of the year.
Not much going on with this.
Now, there's that Fish for Love, that wonderful serial program every day. And any other program you want. All you do is...
Mr. Mark.
Well, if you want the dance party back on...
please.
I was just demonstrating, in case you want to buy a nice, brand new, latest model.
No, I don't. What I wanted to talk to you about... Look, will you please just stop fooling with that thing for a minute?
But I didn't touch it. Not that time.
Oh?
See, there it goes again. Change the stations all by itself.
John, there's absolutely no...
What do you mean? Is it supposed to do that?
No. That's the third time. Today is the third time that thing has been acting up. Maybe the fourth.
Well, you better send it back to the factory.
And the last time was only 3-4 minutes before that holdup man came in here. Oh,
The Western nation.
going crazy.
Now, that holdup is what I came in here to talk about, Mr. Mark.
Just like I said before.
Now, tell me, Mr. Look, would you please, can't you turn that thing off?
Say, I just thought of something, Mr. What's your name is?
Well, I didn't, but it's Johnny Dollar.
Well, see, Mr. Dollar? There it goes again.
Now, look, I am a special investigator from the insurance company that will have to pay you for whatever loss you suffered as a result.
Turning to sports,
Would you turn that thing off, please?
Oh, yeah, of course. Now, there you are. The whole set is off now. But like I started to say...
What as I started to say?
The next to the last time this happened was just before that poor Mrs. Webster got robbed yesterday morning.
What I want to know from you is... What did you say?
I said the remote control system on this magnificent television set acted this very same way just before I got robbed.
Yes, yes.
And also just before Mrs. Webster got robbed.
Now, are you sure of that?
Well, maybe. Maybe now that I think of it.
Yes, maybe what?
Well, maybe it was acting up this way 3 days ago at Mr. Blenstrom at the novelty shop.
Well, he was robbed. Well?
Yeah, over $700.
Right after the set started acting up?
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Somehow he said this crook seemed to know exactly when the owners were alone in their stores.
Yes?
That his timing was perfect.
What'd you say, Mr. Dollar?
That's what Earl Foreman told me.
Earl Foreman?
And maybe this TV demonstration of yours, this remote control gizmo, explains just how that hold-up man knows when the coast is clear.
I'm afraid I don't understand what you're saying, Mr. Dollar.
In other words...
Now, wait, Mr. Dollar.
Yes, you have an idea?
Yeah, I certainly have. Because if you're from the insurance company, and if you're the one to see I get paid back for what I lost, well, should we talk business?
Yes, yes, we'll talk business, all right, but not about your insurance.
But, Mr. Dollar...
That remote control device. Here, now, how does this thing work?
Well, I don't know exactly. It's some kind of wave.
Waves?
Yes, sound waves or something. You know, in this booklet here that comes with a set.
Sound waves?
Yeah. Look here. It says waves of 44.6 kilocycles to 51 kilocycles.
Yeah.
So high in pitch as to be inaudible to the human ear. That means you can't hear it.
Yes, I know. Go on.
Yes. Actuated device within the set itself that changes volume or station channels or turns it off or turns it on.
Okay, I've got it.
Yeah?
Yes. Don't you see? This hold-up man has a pal.
So?
Yes, that's it. There is somebody along this main street who can keep tabs on all you store owners, who knows when you're all alone in your shop.
Oh, he does?
And by radio, he communicates with the man who actually pulls the hold-up. Tells him when the coast is clear.
You mean that one of the merchants, that somebody here along this street is telling this hold-up?
Yes.
Telling him by radio when it's safe for him to rob
that's exactly what I mean. And he doesn't know it. But his radio signal on a band somewhere between 44 and 51 kilocycles is also working this remote control gadget.
So, I told you this was a wonderful and marvelous set.
All right, then. If I can get hold of a direction finder, I can track down the guy who's sending out the all-clear information to the hold-up man.
You really think so?
That is the answer, Mr. Marks. And I think I know where to get hold of a direction finder.
Yet if what you say is true, Mr. Dollar.
Yes, well?
Well, after the way this set was behaving a couple of minutes ago.
Right. More hold-up information being sent out from that transmitter.
Yeah, but then there ought to be another hold-up. Only there isn't. At least there isn't any... Oh.
Yes. Come on.
Look. And you see the people there in the next block there in front of the market. It's another hold-up. 2 in one day again.
Yes.
And, Mr. Dollar, there'll be more and more and more of them until we're all put out of business.
No?
No?
No, because now, Mr. Marks, we know the answer. Using the phone in the store of Mr. Marks, I ran up item 4. 20 cents for a call to Bob McKinney in North Hollywood, who is known among radio hands as W6VFG. He not only used to handle the engineering end of my broadcast, but believe me, Bob knows his kilocycles like the back of his hand.
Sure, it's possible, Johnny. All that a hold-up man needs is a little vest pocket receiver lashed up to get signals on that oddball frequency.
And somebody along this street can send him info about when the coast is clear.
Right.
Okay, then, Bob. If you can bring a direction finder over here, we can track down the transmitter and nab at least one of the team.
Better still, you'll know where the next robbery's going to be and get the boat.
Yes, unless this last one was the last one. How soon can you get over here with that equipment?
You sure the signal's being transmitted within that frequency range?
Well, it has to be.
And I'll do whatever rewiring is necessary here at home. And, how about first thing in the morning?
I'll be waiting for you at the Marks Radio and Television Shop here on the main drag.
I'll be there.
I drove back to West Los Angeles and spent the rest of the day and the night with Earl Foreman and his wife. Then, early the next morning, met Bob at Mr. Mark's shop in La Modra Beach. As Bob finished setting up his radio direction finder...
There we are. All set. Johnny, you still haven't told me how you got the frequency of that signal he's sending out, whoever he is.
No, it's easy, Bob. That TV set out there on the floor. You see it? There against the wall.
The big one?
Mm-hmm. There's a remote control. That little removable box with the buttons on it.
Yeah, I know the model.
When you push one of these buttons, it sends out a signal in that frequency range that I gave you. It makes this set change stations. So if the transmitter sending out info to the holdup man also makes the set change stations, it must be working in that same frequency.
No, Johnny, no.
What?
I'm sorry, but it doesn't mean a thing.
Well, what do you mean?
That remote control puts out sound waves.
Well, I know. Too high in pitch for us to hear them.
Not radio waves.
Well, what do you mean? You mean that my theory, my whole theory about somebody transmitting information, that you mean it's all wrong?
Johnny, it's sound that makes the TV set react. So whether somebody's using a radio transmitter on that frequency or not, it couldn't possibly. And yet I suppose the matter of resonating, I mean, a sympathetic resonance.
What?
Well, sometimes nearby to a broadcasting transmitter, a pile of bits of metal, something like that, sometimes it'll resonate. While listening to that pile of scrap metal, you can actually hear the broadcast.
So?
But the transmitter of these signals would have to be practically on top of this TV set.
Maybe it is. Huh? Because whoever is tipping this guy off to when the coast is clear, to when some businessman is alone in his store, has to be somewhere right along this main street.
Well,
otherwise he wouldn't be able to see when it's all clear.
Well, maybe if it was somebody right next door.
Mr. Marks.
The Marrowell sisters with their nice dress shop? Never, Mr. Dollar, never.
And on the other side of this place?
My good friend Sam the tailor.
But on top of this shop of yours, it's built up like a lighthouse.
Here for local color here at the beach.
Yeah?
Like Tony's bar is like the front of a ship, and like that Hawaiian
Yes,
saloon.
but what is in this lighthouse of yours?
Well, just a couple of small apartments I rent.
But there's a transmitting antenna on the top of it.
Oh?
I don't see a transmitter in the shop.
Well, I don't have any. All I sell is receiving things like radios and...
Bob, you have got it. One of your boarders, Mr. Marks.
Those two boys?
Boys?
Well, 25, maybe 30 years old.
Well, what do they do?
Well, that Willard Thorson, he never seems to leave the place.
Well, of course he doesn't, because up there in that tower is where he can see everything that goes on down here on the street. The whole length of the street.
Johnny, you're right.
And the other one, Mr. Marks.
Well, I don't know. That Harry Williams goes out early every morning and comes back late at night.
Well, of course, because he is out waiting to get the word from Thorson up there on the tower.
Johnny, if that transmitter is up in the tower, it's plenty close enough to affect this TV set.
Then go on up there, Mr. Dollar, and arrest that Willard, that Willard Thorson.
On what? Unless we catch him broadcasting information to Harry Williams.
And even then, pal Harry might get away.
Right. So, I have a better idea. Why don't we just sit down here and watch some TV? So we did, for 3 solid days. Until suddenly the set began to change stations unexpectedly. When that happened, Bob turned on his direction finder. And yes, that signal was coming from straight up over our heads. And the voice that Mr. Marks identified as Willard Thorson told his pal Harry the coast was clear at Beckham the jeweler's.
Yeah, right down the street, Mr. Dollar. Only 5 doors down the street.
So while Bob McKinney went up in the tower to grab Willard Thorson, I hiked on down the back alley to Beckham the jeweler's with my .38 ready for action. And I got there just in time to find Harry Williams about to leave by the back door, loaded with Beckham's dough. You know, I didn't like his looks. I didn't like that .45 in his hand either. And he objected to my borrowing his getaway. He was really kind of nasty about it. But after a while, we kind of reached an understanding. And my knuckles are still sore from when he ran into my fist. Yes, I guess there's nothing like modern electronics as an aid to crime. And as an aid to catching a crook. Two of them in this case. Expense account total, including a trip home, call it $400 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a crook, a firebug, unwittingly solves the case for me and hands me a Christmas present to boot. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Reddick, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr. Heard in our cast, Leon Janney as Mr. Mark, Les Damon as Earl, Bill Sterling as Bob, and Athena Lord as Mrs. Webster.
Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, my name is Jarvis, Theodore Jarvis.
Jarvis.
Yes, I'm the local representative for Greater Southwest Insurance Company here in Las Vegas.
Oh, yes, that fabulous town of the fast buck.
I beg your pardon?
And I think of all the money I have won and lost over the gaming tables in that town of yours.
I know what you mean. Tell me, how's the weather there in Connecticut?
The weather?
Yes.
Well, cold as a... why do you want to know about the weather?
Well, it's so nice and warm and comfortable here. Be a nice change for you, wouldn't it?
Well, of course it would. I hate this cold weather. But unless you have some insurance matter that you want me to investigate...
It's a matter of the utmost importance, Dollar. Can you fly out here right away?
Sure, why not?
Good.
On, one condition.
What's that?
That you'll guarantee me the time and a chance to drop a fishing line in Lake Mead or, over in Lake Mojave.
Dollar, that's exactly what I want you to do.
You want me out there to go fishing?
To go fishing, among other things.
Yeah, like what other things?
Mainly just to go fishing.
Oh, sure.
With a very beautiful and a very charming young lady.
Is that so?
Who also happens to be very, very wealthy.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jarvis, you make this sound more attractive every... Now, wait a minute. Is this some kind of a gag?
I'm absolutely serious. Well?
On expense account?
Practically unlimited.
Well, that does it, Jarvis. I'm on my way.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Reddick in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance Company, Las Vegas office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the very fishy matter. Yeah, there was something very fishy about this being called all the way out there just to go fishing. There had to be. But after all, it would give me a chance to get away from the freezing weather here in Hartford. And who knows? Maybe I would have a chance to wet a line in Lake Mead or Mojave. So item one on the expense account is $170.40 for a nighttime flight to Los Angeles. Item two is $21.10 for the plane that dropped me off in Vegas shortly after breakfast the next morning. Item three, $4 even for a cab into the office of Theodore Jarvis on Fremont Street. Ted was in his mid-30s, but a mite too serious about his job.
You want to talk about it right here in the office, Dollar?
Well, why not? Let's face it, Ted, it's one of the few places in town that doesn't have a slot machine or a craps table or roulette or blackjack.
I guess the business offices and the churches are just about the only places where one can't gamble. Fortunes are won and lost every day here in Las Vegas, Dollar.
Yes, I can believe that.
Which is one of the reasons you're here.
Oh, I thought it was to go fishing.
It is. Because of the Birdwell fortune. I should say because of Miss Lisa Birdwell's fortune.
Is that the young, attractive, charming...
Yes, that's the girl I told you about over the phone. You'll love her, Dollar.
Better than fishing?
I beg your pardon?
Well, first you dragged me out here on the promise of some good fishing.
Exactly.
Now it sounds as though you want to throw me into the arms of some doll.
Both.
I don't get you.
I said both. She is a doll, and I want you to go fishing with her.
Where?
On Lake Mojave, about 90 miles south of here.
Great.
Oh, you're familiar with it?
Oh, I know it like the back of my hand. Ted, I can take you to more good spots to pull in lunker bass on that lake.
Excellent.
Only, stop being so vague. Tell me what this is all about.
Lisa Birdwell.
Lisa Birdwell.
Mm-hmm. Until a few months ago, she was a school teacher up in Salt Lake City.
A school teacher?
That's right. And living and working among the good people of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That's the Mormon church.
Yes, I know. Go on, Ted.
Well, she was very much interested. Seriously considered joining that church, devoting her life to the kind of service they stand for. That is, until her father died and left her some money.
How much?
You see, Lisa was his only blood relation.
How much, Ted?
Oh, $10,000 or $12,000.
10 or 12, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought you said she was rich. I thought... All right. Go ahead.
Being free from family ties for the first time in her life, being young and beautiful, she decided to take some time off and have herself a little fling.
On $10,000?
Yes. Until.
Until what?
Until, in the course of her travels, she happened to land here in Vegas, where suddenly one night she discovered what a roulette wheel is for.
Oh.
Knowing nothing whatsoever about the game, she calmly proceeded to run up one of the biggest scores on record.
She what?
She walked out of that casino with something over $400,000.
No kidding.
And, incidentally, that is the last time she ever gambled.
A smart girl.
Mm-hmm. Instead, she bought herself a little ranch out near the edge of town and took her foster brother. That's her only living relative. His name is Tony Birdwell.
Yeah.
Took him along to sort of manage the place. And now, well, she's just making the most of life, enjoying it to the fullest.
Who wouldn't?
When she isn't taking in the winter sports at the Charleston Mountains, some 35 miles northwest of here, she's fishing Lake Mead or Mojave in her yacht.
Yacht? On one of those lakes?
Prettiest 52-footer you ever saw. Right now, she has it down on Lake Mojave.
Well, beautiful yacht, beautiful girl, lots of money. Let's go fishing.
Exactly.
But why? I mean, from your standpoint.
Because of that foster brother. Because if anything happens to her, he'll get everything she has. Her money, the ranch, and some $120,000 of insurance.
Are you trying to say you think he'd kill her for it?
He himself? Never. He's not man enough.
Well, then what...
But have somebody else do it for him? Yes.
Okay. Who?
That's what I hope you can find out for us, Johnny. Before it's too late. That's why you've got to get down to Lake Mojave right away.
Why?
Because Tony has already arranged for Lisa to be murdered.
Radio Free Europe is still on the job, broadcasting the truth about world events through the Iron Curtain. What keeps the truth going through the Iron Curtain? Not communist altruism. No, your truth dollars to keep men's minds free, no matter where they are. As the communist pressure around the world increases, telling the truth about what they are up to is more vital than ever. Support the Radio Free Europe Fund, Box 1961, Mount Vernon 10, New York. That's Radio Free Europe Fund, Box 1961, Mount Vernon 10, New York.
Tell me, what makes you think that this brother, this foster brother Tony, has arranged to have Lisa murdered?
Think? I'm sure of it.
Why?
Because of one of those things that can happen only once in a million times, Johnny.
Go on.
Last night, I tried to call Lisa at the ranch. The phone out there was in use, but instead of getting a busy signal, I could hear this voice. Tony's voice on that phone. He was saying...
Okay, just shut up and let me talk.
Lisa's on her way down to the lake now, to Lake Mojave Resort. She plans to stay out on the boat several days with some friends, she told me. So you'll be along. You'll be one of them. But you don't get the 10 grand until she's dead. So just make sure you do it right.
I see. And you're sure it was Tony's voice, Ted?
Yes.
Could you recognize the voice of whoever he was talking to?
Well, that's where I goofed, Johnny. I'm afraid I kind of gasped or something, and he must have heard me because he hung up.
Fishing with some friends down there, including whoever he was talking to.
Yes.
In other words, one of the people aboard that boat with her is there to kill her.
That's right.
Well, have you any idea?
Right after I called you in Hartford, I called the Lake Mojave Resort and I talked to her.
You warned her not to go out?
Oh, she'd only have poo-pooed that idea, but I did ask her who'd be going along with her.
Today?
Yes.
Who?
Well, as usual, a real mixed crowd. And I've checked on all of them.
Who, Ted?
Jim Faree, a dealer at one of the casinos here in town.
Faree?
Yes, he's a drifter, not too good a reputation.
And?
A girl named Sadie Reese. She's well, call her a B-girl. That's putting it kindly. For one of the questionable saloons in town.
And?
A Miss Clara Hinckley, a visiting school teacher that Lisa picked up somewhere.
A school teacher on vacation at this time of year and here in Vegas?
I wondered about that, too. Then there's Charles Schroeder. He's an elder in the Mormon church.
An old friend from Salt Lake City.
I think she met him here in town.
And?
Paul Holder.
Oh, who is he?
He's the nice young kid who runs the boat for her. The rest of the time he acts as a kind of a handyman at the ranch.
Paul Holder?
Yes. Pretty well mixed up crowd. Then she always puts her parties together that way.
Who else, Ted?
That's all. But one of them is there to kill her. So the sooner you get down there, Johnny.
Ted, I'm on my way. Item 4, the usual $50 deposit on a rental car. I burned up Highway 95 through Henderson, Boulder City, and Searchlight, and then cut east on 77 to Davis Dam. There, I turned north for 3 miles to Lake Mojave Resort. My old friend, Ham Pratt, general manager of the resort, was in his office down over the dock. And as always, when I told him what my job was, Ham offered 1,000% cooperation.
Yeah, Johnny, Elise Birdwell and her party took off only a couple of hours ago, and with enough groceries aboard that big cruiser to keep them for a week.
Now, how'll I spot that boat out there on the lake, Ham?
Lisa, you can't miss it. It's beauty. All 52 feet of it. No other cruiser that big on the lake.
And she uses that for fishing?
And for living on when she's here, she and her friends.
Any idea where she might have headed?
Probably up toward the big basin, 10, 12 miles up.
Okay, then.
And she always does a lot of fishing in the big coves on this side of the lake below the basin.
Right, then. That's where... Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, Johnny?
Are those people with her?
Yeah.
There's Jim Faree and Sadie Reese.
You can have them both for my money.
A Miss Clara Hinckley.
Well, she's a school teacher like Lisa used to be.
Yes, I know. And a Charles Schroeder.
Understand he's an elder in the Mormon church.
And they are all with her?
Yeah.
When did they get here, Ham?
Bill came last night, shortly after she did.
And who of them got here last?
Well, as far as I know, they all came about the same time after dinner.
Well, and that's no help.
Except for Paul, of course.
Paul Holder?
Yeah, he's the nice kid that works on our ranch, comes down here to run the boat for her.
Yeah, so I understand.
I didn't see him arrive, so must have been well after midnight.
I see. Okay, Ham, I'll need a boat.
Well, I got one tied up to the dock with a 40-horse motor on it you can use.
Also a flock of fishing tackle.
At my outfit, welcome to it.
And I need a nice string of fish.
Oh?
Yes.
Well, that's easy.
Is it?
Your pal Buster Favor has a bunch of lunkers in the live box tied up under the dock.
Then let's go. Getting aboard the Lisa to meet Lisa and her so-called fishing pals was a cinch. In the outboard that Ham had provided, plus tackle and a stringer full of nice big largemouth bass, I simply headed up the lake until I saw the cruiser anchored in Telegraph Cove. And then, making my outboard miss a few times by cutting the switch, I hove to alongside.
What's the matter, mister? Having trouble?
Well, it sounds like I've run out of gas.
It sure does.
What is it, Paul?
Paul,
Oh, hello there.
Hi.
Yeah, looks like he's run out of gas, Lisa.
May I come aboard and borrow some from you?
Well, yes, you certainly can, and you can stay as long as you like.
Well, thanks.
What did you do that for, Lisa?
Don't you see, Paul? Just look at that string of fish.
Oh, you're right.
If you can show us how to get fish like that, you can stay with us just as long as you like.
Well, sure. Why not?
Good. Just tie up a stern and climb aboard, and I want you to meet all my friends, okay?
Fine. I'd like nothing better.
They'll be making music again on Arthur Godfrey Time tomorrow. The they in question are the fabulous Kirby Stone 4, keeping the air full of songs beginning tomorrow on Arthur's show. Dick Hyman's the man with the band, and for ditties from the distaff side, there's velvet-voiced Miss King Ling. Whenever the high-spirited Kirby Stone 4 show up, you can be sure of plenty of far-out funny business as well as a sparkling sprinkling of songs. Join CBS Radio's Arthur Godfrey Time tomorrow.
I spent the rest of the day there aboard Lisa's cruiser, telling Paul Holder where to anchor over some of my pet fishing spots. Luckily, they all paid off. And Lisa, even prettier and more charming than I'd thought, insisted that I stick around as long as they stayed on the lake. Good. This gave me the chance I wanted to see and talk to every one of her party. If possible, to pick out the person aboard who was there to kill her. And what a motley crew. Suppose I give you a rundown on them. Well, first, there was Paul Holder, the ranch hand skipper, a small, thin fellow in his early 20s with a freckled face and a friendly smile. Almost too friendly? No, maybe I was misjudging him. Maybe. There was Jim Faree, the gambler, tall, dark, suave, and good-looking. And I had no doubt that he'd do exactly what he said he'd do.
Sure, Johnny. I'd kill my own mother for a prize. You think I'm kidding?
As for Sadie Reese, well, what a cheap dame like this was doing aboard a yacht.
Oh, I said, sure, Lisa, as long as my good-looking friend Jim here is along. Bait up my hook for me, will you, Jimmy?
Old Clara Hinckley, the retired school teacher who fished alone because nobody could stand her shrill and dull and constant yakety-yak.
I'll never forget the time we had the second grade picnic. It was May. Or maybe it was June, I guess. Anyway, it rained.
And on and on and on about the dear, darling second graders to whom she taught reading, writing, and arithmetic. And finally, Charles Schroeder, who didn't fish but spent most of his time with Lisa, talking earnestly with her, occasionally reading a passage from the Book of Mormon that he carried with him. I set down my rod and joined them.
Read it, study it, believe in it, my dear. And I'm certain as I am of the great hereafter.
Johnny, no more fishing for you?
I'm afraid I just about had my limit when I came aboard.
Oh.
As I started to say, Lisa...
No more now, Charles, please.
As you wish, my dear.
My, I'm glad we found you stuck in that cove, Johnny.
Well, so am I, Lisa.
You've brought us wonderful fishing luck. Look at all that I've caught.
You're an excellent guide, my boy.
Thanks, Charles. Anybody like a cigarette?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
And here. Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Charles.
Thanks. But now, if you two will excuse me.
Sure.
Johnny, there's another reason why I'm glad you came aboard.
Oh?
It's the reason I put you in the cabin next to mine.
Well, now, Lisa.
Because I've had the most uneasy feeling all day.
Have you?
I don't really know how to describe it, but, well...
Yeah?
Johnny, I'm afraid. But I don't know what of. Kind of look after me.
Sure.
Good. Now I'm going down to the galley and cook us all the biggest fish dinner you ever saw. All right?
Lisa.
Yes? Johnny?
Nothing. Go ahead. I'm starved. By the time dinner was over, it was late. We were tired, so we all went to our respective cabins and hit the sack. Except for me. After waiting a while for things to quiet down, I tapped on Lisa's door. And without really telling her why, I made her switch cabins with me. In her bunk, then, I put a dummy. And then quietly took a blanket up on deck, laid it out by the anchor hatch up forward, and waited. But I had overestimated my ability to stay awake, and I slept like a log. But not for long. And by rolling over, I'd caught the darn blanket on a cleat. By the time I could tear it loose and then get on down below, they were all gathered in front of Lisa's cabin.
Look! Look, somebody come in here and shot her. Somebody killed her. Did they say they? Lisa, you're okay.
Lisa!
But look.
Well, that's a dummy in your bunk.
That's right.
Lisa, my dear. Thank heaven you're all right.
Yes, Charles.
Yeah, but who did this? Who did it?
That's a good question, Paul.
I tell you this, we'll never get him.
Him?
What?
He stole your boat, Johnny. Took off in that boat of yours.
Well, how could he, Jim? It was out of gas.
Only it wasn't, Paul.
What do you mean?
I only used that as an excuse to get on board.
What?
I don't understand.
Paul, make us a pot of coffee. And we'll all sit down and talk this over. In other words, my real reason for coming on board this boat was to protect Lisa from what almost happened.
I see. Private eye, huh?
An insurance investigator, Jim, looking out for a client. More coffee, Sadie?
Sure, baby. I mean, Johnny.
Yeah, I can use some more of that, too.
Paul, maybe you better make some more.
It's already on, Lisa.
Charles?
Thank you, yes.
All right. Now, this murder was attempted by one of us here in this cabin.
Wait. What?
By the one complete phony among us.
But your boat was stolen.
No, Jim. It was cut loose by somebody in this cabin to throw the rest of us off the track.
Maybe.
Did you hear the motor on it?
Well, no.
All right, then. Now, Jim, it's obvious, I think, that you're what you say you are, a gambler with a fast eye for a buck. And you probably have a record, don't you?
So what?
Now, had this murder been gotten away with, you'd be the number one suspect, wouldn't you?
And now you look
and
here.
Sadie? Well, there's nothing phony about you.
Now, what do you mean by that, Johnny?
Well, let's not go into that. Miss Hinckley? Well, certainly we can eliminate you.
Really, Mr. Dollar?
As for you, Paul...
Now, you look here, Johnny.
Just keep your shirt on.
Yeah, but if you're trying to say
All I said was there's a phony among us. And there he is.
What do you mean?
Are you looking at me, young man?
Johnny.
Why not, Charles? After all, you're it.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Shall I prove it?
You have proof?
All I need.
I see. Stand back there, all of you.
And is that the gun you used on that dummy thinking it was Lisa?
Yes. Yes, and it's reloaded. There's a bullet for every one of you.
I see. More coffee, Charles?
What'd I do, mister? Sorry, I broke that pitcher on.
Nice work, Paul.
Johnny, how did you know?
An elder of the Mormon church, huh? And he accepted and smoked a cigarette out there on the deck this afternoon?
Why, yes, he did.
But Mormons don't smoke.
That's right.
And they don't drink coffee. They don't take a stimulant of any kind. So now, if we can get him to talk, rather than have us toss him overboard, shall we bring him to and try it? Well, he talked all right. Plenty. And of course, he implicated Lisa's foster brother, Tony. So now it's all up to the courts. Expense account total, including a couple of days of good fishing with Ham Pratt and then the trip home, $245.50. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, well, believe it or not, I go to jail. Fact. And I don't mean just to pay someone a little call. No, I get thrown into the clink, and for what, I have to admit, is plenty good reason. And then, believe this or not, I engineer a highly unsuccessful jailbreak. Which means, in the end, that luck was with me. Because if the break had succeeded, I wouldn't be around to tell you about it. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Reddick, is written by Jack Johnstone. Produced and directed by Bruno Zerato, Jr. Musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Heard in our cast were Mandel Kramer as Ted, Terry Keane as Lisa, Jim Bowles as Ham, Danny Acco as Charles, Bill Mason as Paul, Joan Loring as Sadie, and Robert Dryden as Jim. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking. France in Focus. David Schoenbrun's Your Man in Paris, weekdays on the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
Hi, this is Bill Tilson, Johnny, at New Jersey State Mutual.
Oh, hi, Bill.
How are you, boy?
Terrible.
Good, good. Now, I'll tell you why I'm calling, and what was that?
I said, do you want to buy a pair of skis?
Ski.
That's right.
And did I hear you say you're feeling terrible?
You did.
Well, what's the matter?
North Slope, Chicopee Mountain, New Hampshire, over the weekend.
Oh, getting a little too old to tackle that North Slope, huh?
No.
But if you took a fall on it, a bad one.
I sure did, but not the way you think.
Oh, you mean you fell for some cute little blonde?
No. Doc Hubble and I had just started up the mountain on the ski lift, and my chair broke loose and fell on top of me and almost busted my back. Hurts even to talk about it.
Oh.
So over the past 3 days, I've been doing nothing but sitting around my apartment here, quietly suffering and feeling sorry for myself.
Oh, that's too bad, Johnny.
And to make matters worse, Doc has me all strapped up in one of these corsets, one of these sacro-lumbar supports.
Ooh, brother.
I hardly even breathe without wincing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So have you had any idea about asking me to tear down there to Jersey?
Oh, I wouldn't think of it, Johnny. Well, I better see if I can get hold of somebody else.
I'm afraid so.
Even if it is Larry Moody that we finally got a line on.
Yeah, you better get some other investigator on this. Larry Moody?
Yeah.
Fingers Moody, the safe operator?
Yes.
You got a lead on him?
We sure have, but if you're not in shape...
Well, what's the matter with you? Why didn't you say so?
Well, if you're on the sick list, Johnny...
Well, let somebody else have a crack at that crook, not on your life. Now, listen... Oh!
Yeah, you see, with that back of yours in bad shape...
What are you talking about, Bill? You sit tight. I'm on my way. Oh!
CBS Radio brings you Bob Reddick in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the New Jersey State Mutual Life Insurance Company, Trenton, New Jersey. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the short-term matter. The big steel-stayed corset that Doc Hubble had cinched around my back made it necessary to move slowly, take it easy. And the sensible thing would have been to sit quietly in my apartment for a week or two and let nature take its course. But if Bill Tilson really had a lead on Fingers Moody, if there was any chance of my catching up with him, well, the mere thought of it made me feel 100% better. Except when I made a sudden move and caught my aching back off guard. So item 1 on the expense account is $6 for a taxi out to Bradley Field. Item 2 is $12.80 for tips and a plane ticket to Trenton, New Jersey. And item 3 is $3 for a cab into Bill's office.
Johnny, you darn fool. I tried to tell you over the phone that I could get somebody else for this job. Sit down.
Yeah, sure.
You look lousy.
Thanks.
If you had any sense, you would have stayed in your little trundle bed there in Hartford and got over this thing instead of tearing on down here.
All finished?
Well, you must be out of your mind. What do you think you are, anyway? Superman or something?
Bill.
And 5 will get you 10 that if your doctor knew you were doing a crazy thing like this... Well, you're not, boy. You're not going to touch this case. I'm going to haul you out to the airport and put you on the next plane back to Hartford, understand? And, baby, that's that.
All finished now?
Yes.
Good. Now tell me what you know about Larry Moody. Where is he? What's this lead you have on him? Now, come on, Bill, come on.
You just won't give up, will you?
No, not where Larry Moody is concerned.
Okay.
Well?
It was 4 years ago that Moody pulled that caper in Chicago. Got himself a job in Merriman's department store and walked off with nearly $10,000 that our branch office had to make good on.
And like a sap, I followed up every misleading clue that he left behind, chased him halfway across the country, and never so much as laid eyes on him.
I know. If he hadn't gotten that highway smash up near some one-horse town in Iowa...
I know. A cop picked him up without the least bit of trouble, collected the reward, and all I got out of it was 2 weeks of wasted time and a black eye in the process. And then when that crooked lawyer got him off because nobody could find the dough he'd stolen...
Well, you can't blame yourself for that, Johnny.
No, but if I'd had the chance and the time and the money... Well, never mind. Now, tell me about this lead that you had on him. Well, come on. Tell me what... Oh!
Hey, take it easy, will you? Doesn't that corset do you any good?
Oh, it's the worst part of it. The heavy stays in it keep poking me in the... Well, come on, what about Moody?
Night before last. Over $30,000. Hanshy's Emporium.
Here in Trenton?
Yeah.
And you're sure it was Moody?
Absolutely.
How come?
Because of his modus operandi, Johnny. Got himself a job in the store, got the lay of the land, somehow learned the combination of the safe.
Well, that isn't enough to pin it on a man.
Nor a description.
Well,
Nor the fact that 3 witnesses looked through the National Mug file and positively identified him as the man they saw walking out through the alley and back of the store with a bag containing the loot.
Well, now, how do you know the bag?
2 hack drivers and a cleaning woman from there in the store. And he left a trail of $5 and $10 bills for nearly a block.
Not even so, Bill.
So unless he's changed his habits a lot, Larry Fingers Moody is somewhere in this area. Now, if you can find him, find the money, keep our company from having to shell out some 30... Hello, Tilson speaking.
Lieutenant Ivan at headquarters, Mr. Tilson.
Oh, yes, Lieutenant, just a minute. Pick up the extension, Johnny.
Yeah.
Okay, Lieutenant, what is it?
Your friend Moody has been picked up.
Yeah, where?
Down in the little town of Pemberton.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I guess that lets me out.
And the money, Lieutenant?
Moody? Break down and tell where he stashed the money or admit that he ever took it?
Yeah, but it's that money that the company... Look, unless you can find it for us...
You have any idea how, Mr. Tilson?
Yeah. Yes, I have. Johnny.
Yeah, I heard.
Well,
Lets you out, did you say?
Well, if they found him, Bill...
Lets you out nothing, Johnny. You find that 33 grand for us.
Ruth, next Tuesday's lodge night. Is my good suit pressed?
It was sent out.
Thought you usually pressed it.
If you knew how I felt with nagging backache and the muscular aches and pains I've had lately.
Well, you ought to do something about that. Try to get relief.
How?
Try Doan's Pills.
Good advice. That's Doan's Pills, an analgesic and mild diuretic to the kidneys. Nagging backache, also headache, dizziness, and muscular aches and pains may come on with overexertion, emotional upsets, or everyday stress and strain. Doan's pain-relieving action is often the answer, and they also offer mild diuretic action through the kidneys. So if nagging backache is making you feel worn out, tired, and miserable, with restless, sleepless nights, don't wait. Try Doan's Pills, used successfully by millions for over 60 years. See if they don't bring you the same welcome relief. Get Doan's Pills today. To save money, buy Doan's Big Economy size.
I left Bill Tilson's office and slowly and painfully walked over to police headquarters where I talked with Lieutenant Walter Ivan.
You know how to get down to Pemberton, Mr. Dollar?
Well, I understand it's a little town about 20 miles south of here.
Yeah, that's right. You take 206, then cut left on 537, about 2 miles, and there you are.
Now, Lieutenant, tell me this.
The police chief is an old friend of mine, so if you like, I'll give you a card of introduction. I'm sure he'll give you all the help he can, if it'll do any good.
Yeah, now, wait a minute.
Yes.
Moody cracked that safe right here in Trenton.
Yes, sir.
So won't you drag him back here?
Well, yeah, sooner or later.
Well, what do you mean by that?
You see, Pemberton doesn't want to let us have him until they can settle their charges against him.
He pulled another robbery down there?
No, sir. What they're holding him for had nothing at all to do with the Hanchy job here in town.
Well, what did they get him for?
Well, running down one of the town's leading citizens with his car.
I see.
And Pemberton isn't a very big place, you know. Doesn't have too much excitement, and I guess they want to make a big thing of it.
Oh, fine.
As a matter of fact, they didn't even know he was the man we wanted until after they had arrested him. Locked him up.
Now, look, Lieutenant, if he can get himself out on bail and then skip town...
No danger, Dollar. I made sure of that myself. No bail.
How long, then?
Before we can get him up here without a lot of extra legal rigmarole?
Yeah.
Who knows? But don't worry. We got all the time in the world.
Well, maybe that's something in my favor.
What? What's that, sir?
Tell me, Lieutenant.
Yeah, what's that?
How much of a jail have they down there?
Oh, nothing like ours, of course. They hardly need it at all in a quiet little town like that, but I'm sure it's adequate and they'll have no trouble. Now, why'd you ask a question like that, Mr. Dollar?
Well, I've just thought of a little stunt. And if it works...
Yeah?
Well, you see, my job is to find out what Moody has done with that $33,000.
Yeah, from what I know about him, you're not going to have much luck.
Why not?
Dollar, I was on the force in Chicago when he pulled the Merriman job out there. You know about that?
I certainly do.
Well, they had just as strong a case against him as we have. But could they get any line on the money? From Moody? No, sir. And, mister, they never will. Or on this job either. I myself tried to break him down out there in Chicago, and believe me, I know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean.
But whether we find this Hanchy money or not, we're going to nail him for it so tight that... What is this little stunt of yours? What?
No, Lieutenant, if I told you what I planned to do, I'd never get away with it.
Why not?
Because I don't think you'd let me. But knowing what I do about Moody, and with him not knowing me, Lieutenant, I'll say...
Oh, back is really kicking up.
No, it's this darn corset. But they say you can get used to hanging if you hang long enough.
Why don't you take it off?
No, hardly.
Yeah, but now, wait. About this plan of yours...
As I started to say, Lieutenant, I'll see you later.
Hey, now, Dollar!
Item 4, 5, whatever it is, 80 cents for a taxi back to Bill Tilson's office. Identification case, keys.
Hey, what is all this stuff?
Watch, gun.
I don't get it, Johnny.
Money, except for a couple of bucks.
Johnny.
Now, just hang on to him for me, Bill. And, here, I better leave this jacket with you. And dirty myself up a bit.
You're going out without a coat in this kind of weather?
Well, a cashmere jacket wouldn't exactly be in character with what I have in mind.
Well, just exactly what
and, you have got a heater in your car, haven't you?
Well, sure, but you have to... My car?
So if you'll just let me have the keys to it, Willie, I'll be on my way.
Oh, now, look.
Keys?
Okay. Sure. Here you are.
Thanks. Now wish me luck. I'll see you, Bill.
No, wait a minute. Where are you going? What are you going to do?
I'll see you in jail. Well, needless to say, Bill thought I was kidding with that parting crack. But I wasn't. Item 6, $1.27 that I spent in a hardware store on the way down to Pemberton for an extra key to his car, among other things. When I arrived in that pretty little South Jersey town, the first thing I looked for was a traffic cop. And lo and behold, I found one standing directing traffic in the middle of the main intersection. So I sat there with an engine idling, carefully, deliberately holding up traffic until he signaled the cars to move in the other direction. And then, before he could walk over to bawl me out, I bore down on him. The net results, exactly 17 minutes later, I was rather roughly shoved into what I suppose you'd call a semi-private room.
Okay, now get in there. And listen, buddy, until you're ready to talk and tell us who you are, you better not try anything.
All right. Take it easy, will you? I got a bad back.
I had my way. I'd take that corset off you and let you really suffer for what you tried to do to run down Officer Conroy out
Will
there.
you try it? I'll sue you, buddy.
Yeah, sure you will. And if we check the license and find out that car you was driving was stolen...
Oh, drop dead.
So now I got company.
Yeah, who are you?
My name is Moody. Larry Moody. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable.
Why? You think they're going to keep me in this lousy clink?
You really mean that, my friend?
That's right. I mean, I'm getting out of here and fast.
Breaking out, I suppose.
Now, what else?
You really think you can?
Think I can? I know I can.
Let's see. Alone?
You mean you two?
Perhaps. Well, my friend?
Well, my friend, that depends.
Commander, welcome aboard.
Try new king-size Philip Morris Commanders. New because the tobacco in them is vacuum clean. And the cleaner the tobacco, the better it tastes. Yes, the cleaner the tobacco, the better it tastes. Philip Morris Commanders are made by a new kind of machine, the Mark 8, that takes rich, full-flavored tobacco and first gently vacuum cleans it, then rolls the cigarette fully, evenly, cuts the ends clean and firm. The result is new Philip Morris Commanders with the cleanest tobacco ever rolled in a cigarette. Try a pack. You'll get a full, round, king size of solid smoking pleasure because the cleaner the tobacco, the better it tastes. Noticeably better.
Commander, welcome aboard.
Think you can get out of this jail? What did you say your name is?
I didn't. Call me Mike. Sure, I'm sure. Maybe for a price, I'll take you along, too. You interested?
That depends. What do you mean by a price?
You say your name is Moody?
That's right. Larry Moody.
The guy that took that department store for $33,000?
So they say.
What's that mean?
Unless they can find that money. I mean, with the help of a good attorney.
The money? Who said anything about the money? What about the murder rap?
What? What are you talking about?
That guy you bumped into on the street down here in Pemberton. What else?
But you said murder.
You mean you didn't hear about him kicking off late this afternoon because of the way you hit him?
He what?
They're going to burn you for that, baby. So you
what are you
didn't
trying?
know, huh? You didn't know.
No, listen.
Yeah?
You're sure you can get out of this jail?
Sure, I'm sure. I told you that.
And listen, Mike.
No. No, I changed my mind. I'm not taking any killer along with me.
Mike.
Don't you know what they could do to me for that?
Please, listen to me.
No, baby. I guess maybe I'm just going to sit tight and take the rap for that car I helped myself to.
$5,000.
What?
I'll give you 5,000 on what I got in that store.
Baby, I don't hear good.
10,000.
Look, I told you, taking a little rap for borrowing somebody's car is one thing, but aiding and abetting a murder, or whatever they call it.
Half? Well...
Hey, take it easy, will you? My back.
Well...
Keep your voice down.
Half, huh?
Here. That's over 16. Look, I'll give you 20,000 of it if you'll get me out of here tonight. Well?
20,000.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a deal.
But how?
Well, as soon as this joint quiets down for the night.
Yeah.
Well, you see this corset I got on here under my shirt?
What about it?
Well, instead of a couple of the steel stays in it that I pulled out a little while ago,
Yeah.
I got a couple of nice new sharp hacksaw blades. It's pretty corny for this day and age, huh?
We'll make it.
And also an extra key for that car out there. Had it made in a hardware store just in case. Pretty smart, huh?
Mike, you're great.
I know. So shortly after midnight, yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and his cellmate, who now thought he was a killer, proceeded to cut their way out of that jail. Except for a couple of interruptions when a sleepy night man made his rounds, all went smoothly. By a bit after 3 a.m., we were in Bill Tilson's car following a back road into the outskirts of the tiny town of New Lisbon.
All right, Mike. I just follow along the railroad.
Sure, Larry. It's a lousy road, though.
I certainly hope nobody saw us leave that jail yard back in Pemberton.
See any cars following us?
No.
Well, all right. This sure ain't much of a road.
Ah. Stop.
Where?
Right around back of that tool shed beside the tracks.
You mean this little building right here?
Yeah. And turn off the lights. There's plenty of moonlight.
Whatever you say, baby.
All right, now.
Now, wait a minute. You mean here's where you got all the dough stashed?
Up under the eaves of that tool shack. Wait for me.
You want some help?
No, I'll be right back.
I sat there and watched, ready to jump out after him if he tried to make a break. After all, I had no guarantee that he wouldn't try a double cross, or even that he really did have the money out there. I watched him push a couple of crates against the side of the shack, climb up on them, and then pull a heavy sack down from under the eaves, and walk on back to the car. But what I didn't see until it was too late.
All right, here it is. $33,000.
So we split it now?
No.
Why not?
Because it ain't all I had hidden away. I also had this.
Hey, now, wait a minute.
Get out of the car, punk, on this side.
Double cross, huh?
Get out. Well, so help me, I'll let you have it right where you are. Mr. Johnny Dollar.
Dollar?
That's right. You think for 1 minute I didn't know that you're Johnny Dollar, that lousy insurance dick who chased me all over the country 4 years ago?
I see.
That voice of yours alone is enough to make you very dead, Mr. Dollar.
Moody.
It's no use.
Now, wait, listen.
Get out, Dollar, like I said, or I'll kill you right where you are.
Oh, listen, there's a car coming this way.
That still won't work, so just get... You're right. There's no lights.
Because it followed our lights.
Now, listen.
That means a police car.
Now, let me in there.
Not you, baby. Come back.
You know something? That was a police car. It had been following us all the way from the jail in Pemberton. And the only reason they let us break out was because Bill Tilson, reading my mind, I guess, had called the chief of police, had told him who I was. And the chief figured out why I'd got myself locked up and what I was up to. He and his boys nabbed Larry Moody with no trouble at all. The moral of the story? Don't ever underestimate the ability of a small-town cop. Oh, I beg your pardon. Police officer. Expense account total, including the trip home, $82.80. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, another locked room mystery. See if you can figure it out. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Reddick, is written by Jack Johnstone, musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Heard in our cast were Robert Dryden as Bill Tilson, Santos Ortega as Larry Moody, Lawson Zerby as Lieutenant Walter Ivan, and Jack Grimes as the police officer. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking.
Earl, how are you?
Great. Johnny, do you remember the Lucky Fall Ranch?
Well, if you're talking about the one out in Green Mountain Falls, Colorado.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Well, sure. That's where you and I and Ray, what's his name?
Ray Smishney.
Yeah, Ray Smishney, who owns the Lucky Four. You and he and I investigated the death of that concert pianist.
That's right.
Also, we had some real fine trout fishing up in 11 Mile Canyon.
Do you remember the little private lake up in the mountain back of Ray's ranch?
Cherry Lake?
Yeah, it's Old Bill Cherry's lake. Only it isn't there anymore.
Oh, that's too bad.
Old Bill isn't around anymore either.
Well, what's happened to him?
According to all the information, he was killed when the dam broke and sent his farmhouse crashing down into the valley below.
Oh, gee, that's too bad.
I have the claim for his insurance right here on my desk. I'll send a copy of the policy to you there at the Lucky Four.
Hey, wait a minute. Is something wrong, Earl?
That's what I want you to find out.
What makes you think something's wrong?
A phone call I just got from Ray Smishney said he's found a couple of things that make him think the breaching of that dam was no accident.
Okay, Earl. I'll grab the first plane I can.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Tri-State Life and Casualty Insurance Company. Attention, Earl Foreman. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Lucky Four matter. Expense account item 1, $3.25 phone call to Ray Smishney to tell him I was on my way. Item 2, 8170 air transportation to Colorado Springs. Ray met me at Peterson Field, the municipal airport.
Well, glad you could make it, Johnny.
Yeah, it's good to see you again, Ray. How are things with the Lucky Four?
Oh, just fine. Our best season ever. Here, we'll shove your bags in the back seat.
Okay, good.
Go ahead now, hop in.
Yeah, sure. All right. Now, what's this about your thinking old Bill Cherry's death was no accident?
Johnny, I'd better give you the whole story. You remember Cherry Lake, don't you?
Sure. I remember taking a couple of nice trout out of it on a Silver Doctor. Or was it a Royal Coach?
Well, you didn't meet old Bill because he was away at the time. Actually, we were kind of poaching when we fished up there.
Oh?
If he'd suddenly come back and caught us, he'd probably have filled our hides with birdshot.
And here I always thought you were on the side of law and order.
He was a kind of ornery old cuss, but in spite of it, we got along pretty well. Even after he put in that dam.
How'd the dam affect you?
3 Mile Creek used to water some of my property before he put it in. Some of the others down below, too.
Oh, I see. But now what happened?
Johnny, old Bill's little plot of farmland is up around the 9,000-foot level, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So the snowpack melts down pretty late. That meant a big summer flow of water into his lake.
Yeah. And what about when some of your big summer rains come pouring down?
It was during one of the big rains a couple of weeks ago, one night it was, that the dam gave way. Johnny, that thing busted loose like an explosion. What was left of old Bill's house came tumbling down on the Lucky Four property.
And old Bill?
Oh, we found his body in the wreckage. Oh, hold on. I'm going to take my favorite shortcut and get away from the highway traffic.
Sure. But now, Earl Foreman told me you seem to think that dam didn't give way by itself.
Well, I did in the beginning. Everybody did. And why not? Homemade dam, more water in the lake than ever before, more water pouring down out of the sky to fill it up. Big storm. Maybe it was even hit by lightning.
But now?
Johnny, I went up there and poked around a couple of days ago. First chance I've had since the rain quit.
And what did you find?
couple of things I want you to look at.
What kind of things, Ray?
Now, they may not mean a thing, Johnny, any more than who's the beneficiary of Old Bill's insurance.
Which reminds me. Did Earl send me something in the mail?
Oh, yeah, a big envelope, Johnny, and I opened it by mistake.
It was supposed to contain a copy of Bill Cherry's policy.
It did. And when I looked at it and saw who the beneficiary is...
Hey. Sounds to me like you need a tune-up, buddy.
That's funny. Let's stop and take a look, huh?
Yeah, why not? You say that when you saw who the beneficiary is...
A worthless nephew of Bill's who hangs around the pool rooms in Colorado Springs. He's been in a couple of scrapes with the law.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can open this hood.
There. Maybe the catch is stuck. I got it. You know.
What?
Anyhow, I've always felt this Tommy Walker wouldn't stop short of murder if he thought it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And... Holy... Ray.
Hey, look at all those crazy wires. No wonder she was missing.
You didn't put that wiring in there?
Are you kidding?
Ray, come on, hit the deck. Huh? Come on the side of the road, back of this rock.
What's the matter?
All right, get down fast.
What's got into you, Johnny? And look.
No, you look.
Johnny, holy smoke.
Yeah, you look.
Well, that was some kind of a bomb wired up in there.
Yeah, by somebody who meant business.
Johnny.
By somebody who must have seen you poking around up near Old Bill's dam.
You mean...
Who must have found out you'd sent for me. What'd you say the name of Old Bill's nephew is?
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Many of us on the job are clock watchers and time clock punchers just waiting for time to quit. When is it really time to quit? The man with a set day of work has a schedule to adhere to, but the fighting man quits only when the job is done. And to him, capture by the enemy does not mean the end, but perhaps only the beginning of the most important part of his job. One of the points of the Code of Conduct for the American fighting man says, quote, "If I am captured, I will continue to resist by all means available. I will make every effort to escape and aid others to escape. I will accept neither parole nor special favors from the enemy." Unquote. The strong ideals set forth there are the same ideals that gave great determination to one young officer of the United States Navy. Half an hour after Lieutenant Edward B.M. Isaac's ship was sunk by 3 torpedoes in the Atlantic Ocean in May 1918 at the height of World War I, he was taken prisoner by the commander of the German submarine U-90. During the U-boat's trip back to Germany, Lieutenant Isaac learned a great deal of vital secret information about U-boat movements. Determined to make this information available to the United States and Allied naval authorities, Lieutenant Isaac, while on his way to a prisoner of war camp, risked his life by jumping through the window of a rapidly moving train. Severely injured by his fall, he was again captured. Months later, aided by several American Army officers who short-circuited the prison lighting system, Lieutenant Isaac escaped through barbed wire fences and amid heavy rifle fire from the guards. After 7 days and nights of rugged travel over the mountains, and with only raw vegetables for food, he swam the swift current of the Rhine River right under the noses of the enemy sentries. Evading many enemy soldiers, he reached the American legation in Bern, Switzerland, and completed his self-assigned mission. For risking his life many times above and beyond the call of duty, Lieutenant Edward Isaac was awarded the Medal of Honor. His personal code of conduct had made him realize that war doesn't end with confinement as a prisoner of war. That is when the real responsibility may begin. And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Lucky 4 matter.
It was the driver of a big interstate moving van that came to our rescue after Ray's car blew up. He'd seen the explosion from the highway, seen one of the fenders flying through the air. Yeah, somehow those big truckers are always around to give you a hand. He drove us into Colorado Springs. Item 3, $50 deposit on a rental car, and we headed east on Highway 24 to Green Mountain Falls. The Lucky 4 is on a level spot on the side of a mountain, about half a mile up from the highway. 6 or 8 nice modern cottages share a beautiful view of pikes and several other high peaks that surround colorful Ute paths. I dumped my luggage, said hello to Ray's pretty wife, Lee, and we headed up a narrow wagon trail up the side of the mountain in Ray's Jeep.
Here, Johnny. That truck driver gave me this. souvenir.
Hey, looks like a piece of the wiring we found under the hood before your car blew up.
That's what it is. Now, look. See there where 3 Mile Creek bounces down over the rocks?
It's quite a flow there, Ray. And I see that it goes on down through your property again.
Just like it did before old Bill put in his dam. Of course, I don't really need the water, not as much as Ralph Kimball, at least.
Who's Kimball?
A property next to mine. Retired man. Used to be a math or physics prof or something.
Nice neighbor?
Oh, he keeps to himself. He and his wife. Ornery old cuss like old Bill. They had no use for each other. Didn't like interference. Now, you see that clearing up ahead?
Yes? That's where old Bill's home used to be, huh?
Yeah. Before the water dumped it down on my place. Kindling. That's about all that was left of it.
You still haven't told me what you found up here.
Well, one thing I found down below on his body, gripped tight in his hand, sort of a death grip, I guess it was.
Yeah?
Cigarette package. El Perro cigarette.
That's a Cuban brand. Is that what he smoked?
No, sir. He never smoked in his life. Wouldn't even have the things on his plate. Do you see what I mean?
Well, I don't think that's much of a clue.
Well, what I figured, Johnny, that is, after what else I found, is that he caught somebody prowling around his dam, maybe struggled with him, and that's how come the cigarette package.
Whoa, now, Ray, back off. Whatever else you found up here, it better be more conclusive than that.
All right. Look here. Here's where the dam was, between these big rocks.
What kind of a dam?
Concrete, with planks across.
Oh, yeah. I can see where cement is still stuck to them. Used some dynamite, too. You can see the mark where he drilled the pack in and stuff.
That's my clue number 1, Johnny. He didn't use any dynamite. He was afraid of it. Also, I'd have known. I'd have heard it go off while he was building his dam.
But somebody...
Yeah, somebody, all right. Look at this. Plastered on this rock.
A piece of label?
Plastered on the rock by the force of that explosion.
Says Titan Super IXL Dynamite.
Johnny, he wouldn't even have the stuff around. Another thing. It's a brand you can only get in one little store in Denver, and he'd never go there. He hated the place.
Yeah, you said the dam went like an explosion.
Yes, sir. Of course, with all the thunder and lightning that night, who could be sure which was which?
Oh, well, chances are lightning wouldn't reach down here, Ray, with all the high peaks around.
That's what first hit me, Johnny.
Come on. Let's go into Colorado Springs and find this nephew of old Bill's.
Tommy Walker. Yes, sir, Johnny. Being the beneficiary and all, who else could it be?
Ray, I'm with you. Doesn't look to me like there'd be any cheap pool halls in this part of town.
No. But up ahead's the 8th High radio shop. That's where Tommy was working, last I heard.
Oh? Can you think of anything better to tie in with the way that infernal machine was wired into the hood of your car?
Holy smoke, Johnny, you're right. But, well, what I don't understand is how come it didn't go off the second I turned on the ignition? May I help you, gentlemen?
Some kind of timing device. I think whoever said it wanted to get me, too.
Yes, sir, gentlemen. That means he knew you'd be in the car with me on the way back from the airport.
That's right.
Gentlemen?
Oh, we're looking for Tommy Walker.
Oh, don't mention that, no good.
Then I take it he isn't here.
Oh, 2 days he lasted. If you ask me, it was 2 days too long.
Well, you had trouble with him, mister?
Oh, no trouble. No, nothing. That was the trouble. Answered my ad in the paper, said he knew all about radios and electronics. He could fix anything.
Well?
Dumb, lazy lout. He didn't know anything. He didn't do anything. He didn't know the difference between a fuse and a vacuum tube. Never even heard of a transistor, much less know what a circuit was.
Yeah, well...
All he knew about a radio was how to turn the knobs. Oh, and the music that guy would do.
Well,
now, me, I like the guy.
Well, now, look.
And that boy was so dumb he couldn't even attach the wires to a plug properly.
You sure that...
All he wanted was a place where he could sit around smoking those smelly Cuban cigarettes and listening to trashy music.
Cuban cigarettes, Johnny. That pack I found.
Yeah. Mister,
in my life.
as long as I'm here, I wonder if you could sell me a hunk of wire like this piece.
Certainly, sir. Oh, this? No, I have nothing like that.
I see. And you're sure Tommy didn't know anything about electricity?
Oh, of course I'm sure. Look, when I told him once to open up the back of a telephone...
Come on, Ray.
The darn fool, he would have electrocuted himself if I hadn't been there. Gentlemen.
Johnny, if he's telling the truth...
He is, Ray. Come on, we're going back to the ranch.
Well, but why, Johnny?
It's worked before, and I hope and pray it'll work again. Ray, I'm going to play a hunch.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband. Donald, it's your pouring, isn't it? Can you see all right?
Oh, yeah, I can see. These windshield wipers are operating with mechanical perfection. You notice there are no more streaks either since I put on the new rubber blades.
You know, I think every driver should have his windshield wipers in good order. It's much safer. It would be much safer if everyone would slow down during wet weather like my husband is doing right now.
Just being cautious, Reba. We don't want an accident in this downpour.
We don't want an accident anytime.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, the experts say that accidents just don't happen. Something causes accidents, and that cause can be prevented. By the way, dear, in what kind of weather do you think most accidents occur?
Oh, I'd say in rain or snowy weather or slippery weather when visibility is impaired.
That's the wrong answer, dear.
Wrong? Are you serious?
Statistics show that 8 out of 10 accidents occur when the weather is clear or with a cloudy overcast.
Are you positive? I wonder why.
But, here's our house bill.
Oh, yeah. Now, you sit right here, Reba. I'll get out with the umbrella, and then I'll come around and open your door.
All right, honey.
I wonder why.
Wonder why what?
Why 8 out of 10 accidents happen in clear weather?
Oh, well, I don't know for sure, Sergeant. But I do know that you drove very carefully tonight in the rain.
Thanks.
Now, if everyone drove as carefully during clear, dry weather, there'd be less accidents, I'm sure.
Hey, that must be it. People automatically get cautious in the rain and snow. Too bad they don't stay that way in good weather.
You will, won't you? I mean, drive safely in good weather, too?
I promise.
Oh, that's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Lucky Four Matter.
Back at the Lucky Four, Ray's wife, Glee, made us a couple of sandwiches and some coffee. We'd kind of forgotten about lunch. While I looked over the insurance policy that Earl Pullman had sent on to me. Yeah, Tommy Walker was the only beneficiary. But, and this was the important part, he was due to receive the munificent sum of $1,000. And that's all.
That's all? You mean he'd kill his uncle for $1,000?
I don't think so, Glee.
Well, and yet, if Tommy is the only one to benefit...
Listen, Ray. You told me right off the bat you hadn't liked the idea of old Bill putting that dam up there.
Johnny.
Johnny, no. That is, none of us liked it.
What do you mean by us?
Well, none of us. The Kimballs and us.
Only because it kept the creek from coming down here. He made a diversion when he put in that dam.
But after I put in the pumps, we've had plenty of water. And I'd have had to put in the pumps anyway.
You ever use dynamite around here, Ray?
Sure, most everybody does one time or another. In this whole section, use it to clear the land.
Johnny, that's...
Listen, Johnny, I don't know what you're driving at.
Most everybody does, huh?
Yes.
Have you ever used that particular brand? Titan Super IXL?
No, sir, never in my life.
But you knew where to get it.
Everybody does, Johnny. Johnny, please.
Everybody, huh?
Yes.
Including Ralph Kimball next door?
Mr. Kimball?
Huh? Yeah. Maybe I'd better go over and talk to him, huh?
They're not at home. He went to Denver this morning early, but Johnny...
How do you know?
She told me they were going. She dropped in last night, and she told me, and I said Ray was going, too, to meet
Johnny, look.
She drop in here very often?
Well, only since the dam broke, and... Well, they weren't too friendly before, but now, well...
Physics professor, huh? Electronics.
Good Lord, Johnny.
I'll go on over and take a look around.
Oh, dear.
I'll go with you, Johnny.
Ray had minimized the problem he'd had when the dam was put in. Maybe his next-door neighbor hadn't. Kimball had kept to himself, Ray said. It was very much like old Bill Cherry, an ornery sort of cuss who didn't like interference. And old Bill's dam had certainly interfered with Kimball's water supply. We started our search in the workshop back at Kimball's house.
Here it is, Johnny.
Take a look. Titan Super IXL. Look here, Ray. This rock drill the same size as the one used up on the dam?
Sure is, Johnny. And if we can find some of it. Yeah. Yeah, this is it, all right. Same kind of wire that was on the bomb under the hood of my car.
Pretty good evidence, if you ask me. And here. El Perro, the same brand as the cigarette package you found clutched in old Bill's hand.
But listen, Johnny.
Yeah?
This is only what you'd call circumstantial evidence.
But if there's enough of it,
Listen, yeah?
maybe you underplayed it. Maybe you were pretty sore about that dam.
Well, of course I was.
And so was Kimball.
Well, he threatened to sue, Johnny. He threatened a lot of things, but that doesn't...
All right. Call that the motive. Now, this evidence, this rock drill.
But a lot of people use them, maybe even this same size.
And this wire, the same kind used to hook up that bomb.
But, well, most anybody could get wire like that. I think.
The point is, he has it. And the right brand of dynamite.
Well, anybody who knows that store up in Denver...
As for hooking up that infernal machine, Kimball was a physics professor, electronics.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Did he know about your private shortcut to Denver?
Yes. Yes, Johnny, I told him one time.
He also knew when you and I would be on that road. Lee had told his wife. She probably told her why I was coming here.
Yes, that's true.
Kimball and his wife left for Denver early this morning.
And look, Johnny.
Huh?
The mud on these boots here in the corner. The same gray silk you find only up around Cherry Lake.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't prove that... But, Johnny, it's all circumstantial.
But it'll hold up in court.
What?
7 points of similarity, Ray, that'll stand up in any court in the land.
But even if...
Even if. Because what the law calls 7 points of similarity, as any mathematician can tell you, will occur only once in 38 billion times.
That's true?
That's true. And that's what's going to hang Mr. Kimball.
That, Mr. Dollar, is not true.
Kimball. Oh, now, surely you're not going to be foolish enough to use that thing, Kimball.
You left me no alternative now that you found out. Now look, Mr. Kimball. All right, Bizney, Dollar. If you want to do any praying, do it fast. What? Yes, Mildred? Ray's wife.
Yes, she's coming over here with a shotgun.
Shotgun, eh? Well, she's too late.
Oh, no, she isn't.
Stay right where you are, Mrs. Kimball. Mildred can help me. I'll pull this.
Oh,
Stand right where
That
you
was
are.
too close, Johnny.
yeah.
1 minute.
Shall we join the ladies? Well, it's up to the authorities now, the courts. And I don't think there's much doubt about the outcome. Kimball's attempt to kill us was the clincher. As for Tommy Walker, the heir, well, you'll have to pay him off on old Bill's policy. Expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford, $224.95. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Hollywood, it's time now for Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, this is Fritz Melchior at Star Mutual.
Fritz, I can't think of anybody I'd rather hear from.
What?
Every insurance case you've called me on has put a lot of dough in my pocket.
Well, now,
And
Johnny...
it just happens that right now I can use a few extra bucks. Quite a few. So what's the deal?
Well, as a matter of fact, I hadn't thought in terms of any fee on this one.
Oh.
But of course, we'll pay whatever expenses you may incur.
Oh? You trust me with my expense account, Fritz?
Are you kidding? Of course not.
Okay, then, now that we understand each other, what's the problem? Or rather, who's the problem?
John Wakefield Edwards. Ever hear of him?
No, I can't say that I have.
Retired businessman. Leather goods, I think it was. He lives just outside of Albany, New York.
So what's happened to him?
Well, nothing that I know of. But he has a lot of insurance with us, including a straight life policy worth $155,000.
How old is he, Fritz?
In his late 60s.
Married?
His wife died, 3 or 4 years ago.
Then who's the beneficiary?
His adopted daughter, Marilyn.
And how old is she?
In her late 20s. She's a very attractive girl, I understand.
Then who cares about a fee? Fritz, I'll take the assignment.
Easy, Johnny. You probably won't even see her.
Oh, why not?
But she lives and works over in Troy.
Well, what's happened to the old man?
Well, he called me a few minutes ago and asked, or rather demanded, demanded that I send you over to see him immediately.
Yeah, why?
He wouldn't say. What he did say, though, just before he hung up, is that under no circumstances are you to let her know that you're coming.
Meaning Marilyn?
I would assume so.
I wonder.
So do I, Johnny. So if I were you, I'd hop on over there.
Tonight?
Well, first thing in the morning?
Okay, Fritz, we'll do.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly,
Johnny Dollar. And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Star Mutual Insurance Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the hair-raising matter. When a beautiful girl and a fortune are involved, well, instead of waiting until morning, I got out my car and drove over to Albany. Item 1, 1720 for mileage. I arrived shortly after midnight, checked in at the Sheraton Ten Eyck, and although I was pretty tired, I ran up item 2, a dime for a phone call.
Yes, this is John Wakefield Edwards.
Johnny Dollar, Mr. Edwards.
Well, why do you waste your time and money calling me? I told Fritz Melcher to send you up here.
I'm right here in Albany, sir.
Oh, good.
Do you want me to come out and see you right away? It's pretty late.
No, first thing in the morning will be all right. I'm sure nothing will happen before then.
Nothing will happen.
I'll expect you to have breakfast with me.
I beg you. What was that?
I said be here at breakfast. 7:30 sharp.
Oh, okay. But now, just what did you mean about nothing will happen?
I'll tell you about it in the morning. Goodbye, Mr. Dollar.
Well, now, wait a minute. Look. You're the boss. Why, oh, why didn't I call him back? Demand to know what it was that he was expecting to happen. For it obviously tied in with his wish to see me. But I guess I was tired after the long drive, and he seemed to think the morning was time enough. So I hit the set. Early in the morning, some coffee sent up to my room, and then the hotel bill came to $9 even. That's item 3. And by 25 minutes after 7, I swung onto the long, winding drive that led up to the front of the Edwards mansion. It was in a wealthy residential section, a couple of miles north of the city proper, and sat in the middle of what must have been a full acre of beautiful trees and gardens. As I approached the house, I noticed a car parked out front, a sleek, new little sports job. The door was open, and the good-looking kid got out of it and was just about to climb in. As I pulled her up to a stop, she stood there looking at me questioningly. This is the Edwards home, isn't it?
That's right. You want to see somebody?
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, Mr. Edwards sent for me.
Oh, really? Are you an old friend of his?
Oh, I didn't know it should.
Oh, that isn't what I mean,
No, my name is Johnny Dollar.
John. Insurance detective or investigator or whatever you call it.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, hi. I'm Marilyn Edwards.
Well, hi.
I should have guessed he'd send for someone like you, Johnny. Come on in.
Why do you say that, Marilyn?
Well, Daddy seemed to be worried about something lately.
You know what?
No, at least I'm not sure. That's why I thought I'd stop by this morning before going to work.
Oh, I thought you were just leaving.
No, I just got here, just before you arrived.
What do you do for a living?
Don't laugh. I'm a model.
Oh.
And stop raising your eyebrows. After all, somebody has to post for those ads for dishpan hands.
Sure.
Shall we go in and see Daddy? That is, if he's up.
Well, it better be. I have a breakfast date with him at 7:30, and it's now exactly 7:31.
Then we better go in. Hi, Daddy. Daddy? Duncan? Duncan! I hear you. You're Foster Father.
father hasn't come down yet.
Johnny, this is Durkin, Daddy's housekeeper.
Now, what is breakfast prompt at 7:30, and I ring the bell, and he don't come down for it.
Durkin.
Stop it! Stop it! There now. That's the third time.
Third time? Daddy not punctual? I think I'd better go up and see.
I'll go with you.
I heard his alarm clock go off 3/4 of an hour ago, so the ship knows.
Daddy?
Wait a minute.
What is it, Johnny?
I thought I caught a whiff of cordite.
Cordite?
But no, I guess not.
Daddy? Johnny?
Johnny! Oh, no!
I'm afraid so, Marilyn. He's dead. Together with Marilyn Edwards, adopted daughter of John Wakefield Edwards, I found his body in his bedroom slumped over the desk. There was no sign of any wound, no evidence of foul play. Without touching the body, I phoned the Albany Police Homicide Division, and within minutes, Sergeant Christie arrived with Dr. Walter Minkin in tow. The doctor's examination was brief but very thorough, including several on-the-spot tests for poisons of any kind.
How old did you say he was, miss?
I didn't, Doctor. But he was 68 or 9, I think.
And he hasn't been sick?
Not that I know of. Miss Durkin, the housekeeper, would know better than
He
I.
hasn't had a day of sickness since he caught that cold last spring.
Yeah. Well, his pump gave out, that's all. Can't expect that in a man his age.
Johnny.
Yeah, I know. But you're doing okay.
You didn't find anything, did you, Chris?
No, not a thing, Doc. Why they bothered to call us in instead of his own doctor?
Of course, if you folks want, I can order an autopsy.
Oh, no. That would be terrible.
And down it goes to natural causes. Time of death, approximately 7:15.
Doctor.
And I expect you can carry on from here, can't you, miss?
I'll take care of things.
Yeah, and if he can't, I will. Beginning with closing these windows.
Well, come on, Sergeant. Back to the morgue.
Oh, the morgue.
Easy, Doc.
Better? Well, see if you want some breakfast. Ain't gonna do him any good now.
Durkin, how can you... But I suppose we may as well, Johnny, and do whatever we have to do here.
There was something mighty wrong here, yet I couldn't put my finger on it. Had I really caught the smell of cordite before we entered that room? It was too late to tell now, even with the windows closed. Those windows. It was a cold morning. Had he left them open while he dressed? Marilyn, heir to his big insurance policy. Had she really just arrived when I got there? If the housekeeper, Durkin, had been in the kitchen making breakfast, it would have been easy for someone to sneak in and... But who? And why? And what about Durkin? Now, wait a minute. The police medic said death due to natural causes. No poison, no wounds of any kind. So that's that. The undertaker must have been hungry for business because he got there before noon and took the body away. Meantime, of course, I'd questioned both Durkin and Marilyn pretty thoroughly.
Enemy? Oh, no, Johnny. Daddy didn't have... Johnny, you keep talking as though you think he might have been murdered.
Does anyone beside you benefit from his death, Marilyn?
That's a horrid thing to say.
I do.
Durkin, what are you doing snooping around this way?
Well, it's as much my affair as yours now that Mr. Edwards is gone.
What do you mean by that, Durkin?
I mean the money he left me in his will. And the codicil in his will, it says Marilyn's got to share the insurance with me if she collects.
Durkin.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, everybody knows her and her father, her foster father, Ain't been getting along too good ever since she decided to get out and earn her own living, or try to.
I've been getting along all right.
Sure. And all the attention you've been giving your dear daddy these last couple of years. Why, today's the first time you've been in this house, and...
That doesn't mean that Daddy and I haven't... Dick and me wish to be left alone. I'm sorry, Johnny.
Marlin, I want to go up and look at your father's room again.
All right, if you like. And I'll go along with
No,
you.
thanks. I'd rather do it alone.
Oh?
And what did I find? Nothing. Sure, there were a couple of old bottles of hair tonic hidden away under some shirts. But after all, I mean, at his age. And that funny little thing on his dressing table. There was a little, well, hat stand, I guess you'd call it. The kind you find in a woman's hat shop. You know, a little wooden stand about 8 or 10 inches high.
Johnny, look.
Huh? Where did you get that?
After what you said downstairs, I guess I began to wonder.
Pretty special.
So I looked around outside, for footprints or, well, I don't know what I was looking for.
And you found this handgun?
It was in the middle of a myrtle bush. It was Daddy's gun.
Oh?
And see, one shot has been fired.
Yeah. I also see you've carefully put your fingerprints all over it.
Oh.
Fine. Now my prints are all over it. So if it was used to... What am I talking about? If there'd been a shot, Durkin would have heard it. What's more, there would have been a bullet wound, and there was no sign of anything in the... Wait a minute. Marilyn, maybe there was.
New 6 roll. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the hair-raising matter.
My hunch was right. I was sure of it now. I told Miss Durkin and Marilyn to stay there at the house and wait for me, then jumped into my car and drove into Albany to the undertaker's.
Here we are, Miss Dollar. The embalming room is right here. Though I must confess we haven't had opportunity to prepare Mr. Edward's body yet.
Good.
We've been rather rushed all day.
Yeah, sure. Now, where is he?
Right over. Here we are. Was he a relative of yours?
No.
Wait a minute. What are you doing?
Just, trying to make sure that a crazy hunch I had is...
Look here. Now, are you trying to pull his hair out?
No. Off.
What?
I think.
Now, look here, young man.
Look. Do you see what I'm trying to do here?
What? Yeah. Good heavens, I can't believe it. We would never have noticed it.
I don't think anybody would have. But it's a hairpiece, all right. Just big enough to cover a small bald spot.
It matches the rest of his hair so perfectly.
Hey, you got some kind of a solvent? I don't want to have to rip it off.
Why, yes, I think we have. To be here.
Sure, those old bottles of hair tonic. Probably hadn't used them in years. But that little wooden stand, sure, he parked his wig on it.
What did he say?
And probably nobody knew that he wore it except himself. And somebody very close to him.
Here, Mr. Dollar. Here, this will remove the toupee without damaging it.
Yeah, good.
But I don't understand why you want to take it up. Good Lord.
Yeah. Right in the middle of his bald spot. Covered up by the hairpiece. And the bullet that made it was a .38 special. Marilyn, you say you didn't get here this morning until I did.
Yes, Johnny?
You're sure?
Yes, Johnny.
Come on up to his room again. Where's Durkin?
Kitchen, I guess. Johnny, you have a funny look.
Yeah, come on. I'll tell you this much. Your father was murdered, all right.
You sure of that?
Yes, you bet I am. Now, look here, on his dressing table. You know what this is?
Of course. It's a little hat stand I used when I was a kid.
What's it doing here?
I don't know. Funny. I never really noticed it before.
How long did Daddy wear a toupee, Marilyn?
A what?
Toupee, a hairpiece.
Oh, never. He was always very proud of his hair.
You're sure about that?
Of course I am. For a long time, he always used to smell of hair tonic when he came downstairs
Well,
in
it
the morning.
just happens that you're wrong.
What?
A small, very well-made hairpiece covered the bald spot where he was shot this morning. With this .38 you say you found outside.
But I did. Honestly.
All right, I believe you. In spite of the way you covered up any fingerprints that may have been on it.
You did too, Johnny.
Yeah, that's right. Now listen. That leaves only one person who could have known about the hairpiece, have killed him, and then covered up the bullet wound with it. I knew I'd smelled burnt gunpowder when we first came up here.
Johnny, do you think that...
Yeah, but to prove it, well, I've got to try a bluff. Yeah, see if I can bluff her.
I can't believe it. Yet with him dead, she'd have money, more money
Hold
than...
it, Marilyn. Well, Durkin?
So you're back. Where you been, anyway?
Checking up on something. Something I should have suspected last night when I talked to Mr. Edwards on the phone.
What do you mean, Johnny?
Line clicks. That meant somebody was listening in on the phone downstairs.
Don't look at me. I didn't even know you called him last night. I was in bed asleep.
Were you, Durkin? What I was just checking on at police headquarters...
Police headquarters?
Yeah, was a set of fingerprints I found on a glass you'd been using in the kitchen.
What?
I wanted to compare them with some prints I found on this gun.
Well, that's Mr. Edwards' gun.
The one you used to kill him?
That's a lie.
Is it the fingerprints match?
No, that's a lie. I wiped them off the
Before
gun.
you threw it out the window?
Yes.
Then opened the other windows to let the smell of powder out?
Yes, I wiped them off. At least I thought I did.
Okay. Let's go then. Don't worry. There'll be no part of the insurance or any other money for Durkin. The courts will take care of that. And probably with vengeance. As for Marilyn, well, you know something? There's a gal I think I'd like to see again. And I don't mean because of her fortune. Expense account total, including all the mileage on my car, $47.50. Yours truly, $20.
Our star will return in just a moment. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a little jade statue is the key to one of the cleverest plots I've ever seen. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Shirley Mitchell, Jack Edwards, Ralph Moody, Junior Matthews, and Parley Bear. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cumberly speaking.